What's up, people? Welcome back to the show. We have another episode of the O.O.C. We got some special guests in the house tonight, so I hope you guys enjoy the show. Sit back and listen to the intro. Yo, what's up, people? What is going on? It's Bigger Ford. Roberto's in the house tonight. Another episode of the O.O.C. Thank you guys for popping in. Geeks, I'm doing good, man. Glad you could join us. Mama Bear, glad you could join as well. Pretty sure there's a few people watching in the background haven't commented yet, but I
Cricket love. Sorry. Cricket love.
Facts.
Cricket love.
RJ, what's up, brother? Glad you guys can make it. You know what I mean? Once again, as you guys can see the title of the screen, Jesus Christ, can't speak tonight. Excuse
What
my
the shit
language.
is your shit brought to tonight with?
We got some Blue Ox Indica kicking tonight.
Very nice.
That's what our sponsor is here for tonight.
That's your spot. That's what your shit is brought to you by. My shit is brought to you by. Hold on, my shit's charging over here. I gotta get the information.
Not a problem. Why I says that, like I said, you guys see the title of the stream. Couple
Banana
of
Mac.
Banana Mac.
How you like them apples? You want
Couple
a background on that, or you want to keep speaking? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no. Give the background. Let's hear it. Leafy, right?
Well, it's also known as Banana Miracle Alien Cookies. Yeah, it is. It's all bud. Sorry.
Got you.
Banana Miracle Alien Cookies is a slightly indica dominant hybrid strain, 60% indica, 40% sativa, created through crossing the delicious Banana Kush X Miracle Alien Cookies strain. When it comes to flavor, this bud says it all. Banana Mac packs a sweet, nutty banana cookie flavor, which it does, with a tropical nutty exhale that I can't tell you. The aroma is just delicious with a sweet banana overtone that's accented by nutty herbs and spices. The Banana Mac High isn't quite as bright as the flavor, with the relaxing effects, which I should be alert tonight, and the best suited for an evening spent at home with my O.O.C crew. Let's do this.
That's how we do it, man. And yes, guys, we are trying to get some weed guy to sponsor our shit.
What's up, Tony?
Where we
yes,
can
sir.
Give like, recommendations of some
props,
and props of some nice buds.
True experience
from potheads.
See Nzo stuttering on that shit he smoked tonight. So you don't want that shit going for an interview. You know what I'm saying? We'll be giving you all the scoops. I'm alert tonight. I feel good. Hopefully everything rides fresh. Get in there, Nzo.
Should be good. Roadblock, Bazo, LD, Mystic Shadow, Tony, G Major, Lonely Banter. Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. Now, as you guys...
Papa Boreal.
What's beer?
That's right.
Ah, shit, you're gonna make me go get mine now.
Oh
But
snap!
but
Computer wanted some too. Look at that.
but I'm gonna get mine too in a minute. But you guys see the title of the stream. You know what I mean? I think you know we've done some
Look
deep
at that.
topics on this show. You know what I mean? We've done
Look at
bullying,
them.
we've done depression. You know, we've done all that shit. So I think it's time that we do a little bit something different. Had a couple guests that couldn't make it tonight, but it's all good. The show will go on because we still have a few guests that will be coming in at 10:30 so that we can discuss this shit. As you see, Saggy Melonz will be here, Ashley will be here, Yello does it. Danny will probably pop in as well. So much appreciated to all these guys that come and check out the show, man. Other than that, Roberto, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Week is flying by. So far, no episodes to announce, other than that shit that happened the other night.
Right. So since me and you haven't really talked about it, you know what I mean? What are
Mm-hmm.
your takes on it?
Yo, all I could say is I had many takes on that, Anzo.
Mhm.
Many takes, because first it was like, oh yeah, because that's old school mentality, and then it was like, oh no, because of the times we live in.
Mhm.
If I recall, we were speaking to Danny, and I asked Danny, could I like just plead some kind of shit if a guy comes up and calls me the N word and I black out, and when I wake up he's unconscious on the floor? Could charge be pressed against me? And he said yes, but yet a man could call a next person G.I. Jane 2, which I don't know if that's offensive, because that would be like a part 2 to a movie or a song or something along those lines, right?
A movie.
That a man could walk up and slap him in front of millions of people.
13 million people watching the Oscars that night, brother.
You know what I'm saying? How many people watch it? Because I wasn't watching it that night.
Neither
I
was
didn't see
I.
it. It was the next day. I'm watching a bit of the news. They're like, what happened last night was outrageous. I'm like, what happened in Ukraine? What happened? I'm really like waiting to see what happened. And they're talking about the Grammys. I said, the Grammys? What the fuck? Who gives a shit? Next thing you know, I'm at my mechanics. My mechanic comes up to me. Did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what? No, man. What shit? Takes out his phone, puts on YouTube. Damn. Oh, that's all I said, dog. Oh shit. That's
So
live.
yeah, we were doing Storms live, and we kept hearing the comments. Do you see what happened at the Oscars? Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and we were like, "What?" So then we checked it out, and we were like, "Oh man, that shit is fake. That shit is fake." But then when Will sat down and was like, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's not fake, man."
But in all honesty, after you clap a man in the face, how could you justify that look on Will's face when he was walking away?
He was smiling.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
He
like
was
a
smiling.
smirk on his face.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that like, I fucked up? You got that coming to you kind of smile? You bitch, I got you kind of smile? What
it
was that?
it was a, oh, I defended my woman's kind of smile. You know what I mean? But yo, let me ask you this, all right? Because I said what I would do, right? And I didn't say it. I'll say it tonight. Yo, the minute he turned to walk away, I would have drop kicked him. I would have ran up and
Would have been
drop kicked him
WWE.
in the fucking back, bro. I am telling you, I would have drop kicked the guy. So what would you have
I think
done?
I would have clotheslined him.
You know what I mean?
He would have did a front flip.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you're sitting there and you're like, yo, this guy just fucking bitched me out on national TV.
Oh no, he didn't.
And
you charge him so fast, he probably fall in the same place you're standing.
that's what I'm saying. And listen, maybe Chris Rock's not that dude, right? I get it. But when he sat back down at the seat and was started, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, I would have said, did your wife keep August's dick out her mouth? You understand? He's a comedian.
But
I would have
then you're
just
lowering
ripped
yourself
him.
to him. You know what I mean?
I
You're
don't
lowering
give a
yourself to. But you see, I feel you, Anzo. But based on the show that I was trying to do, that's when your ego takes over. And
Yeah,
if you want me to
yeah.
tell you the honest truth, I have to take my hat off to Chris Rock the way he
I
handled
agree.
that, because he did not let this man bring him to another level. He
I agree.
stayed, he kept his composure, he tried to make a joke out of it. He made his comment, and his comment couldn't be more fucking true than anything that happened after. I'm sorry that this has to be the main event of this event. Because the
Yeah.
next day, I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, when I went on Facebook, Will,
Mm-hmm.
commercial, Will. I was like, holy shit.
So I found this just today before the show, and I figured since we're gonna be talking about a few things before people come in, check this shit out, right? So this is the same thing that happened, but it's from a different angle. Now I want you guys to keep an eye on Jada, okay?
Have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
So let me rewind it
Scene.
and pause. When he says, "I just got slapped out by Will Smith," Jada laughed.
Look at Jada's reaction.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? So I can go.
The more you watch it, the more you say, what the fuck? I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. How could you be looked at now as a mentor, as any kind of man of trying to, show some kind of code of honor? Who the hell's going to follow your path? I mean, now everybody's going to say you got what they're saying is you have mental health issues, which never came out prior to this. That comment that you made about Denzel, what he told you, at your greatest moment, the devil will show. You let the devil in.
Fact.
Because if he really wanted to, you know what he could have did, Nzo? He could have just fucking sit there, hold all that shit in, and say, yo, I'm winning that award. When I do, you're going to feel me, son, on that microphone. I'm going to humiliate you and show you that you can't do this to my girl. But no.
Okay, so now, I don't know if you know, but the reason why is Jada has alopecia, right? Which she talks about on the show. But I never knew that. I'm pretty sure, well, I can't say for sure, but maybe Chris Rock didn't know that, right? But the joke, like, did you have an issue with the joke? Because I'm like,
not at all.
What? Like,
that's a even that was even light for our generation.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like, watch a roast,
right?
Know?
And how many times have we watched the Oscars where they're just fucking roasting everybody in the chat, in the crowd? You know what I mean?
What did they do to fucking Mel Gibson? They ripped Mel Gibson apart, man. Ripped him when he did that Jesus movie and made all those comments about the Jews. They ripped him, man. He could just only sit there and take it. Let him get up there. How could you slap a man and you're not tackled or no police? No, like where's security? Like what the fuck, yo? Is it that easy? That's why it looks staged, dog.
I know, bro. And even I showed, like, on my show last night, when you talk about after Chris Rock presents the awards, right? He's walking back and you can see him smiling and shit. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. So wait, okay. I know me personally, if I had got slapped in the face, no, not even slapped, because he got bitch slapped, okay?
Yeah.
Will Smith bitch slapped him. There is no fucking way that I would be smiling 2 minutes later at anything. My face would have been like, and all that would be going through my head is this motherfucker embarrassed me on national TV. That's the only thing that would be going through my head at that moment, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm not smiling. So I that's why I was like, when it first came out, I was like, it's absolutely real. I don't believe it. I believe it's real. And then I watched some of those videos. I seen Will walking away smirking. I seen Chris Rock smiling while he's walking the presenters back into the backstage. And I'm just like, this is kind of looking suspect to me now, right? But then now I see an article for the Oscars they said they asked Will to leave and he wouldn't leave. So I'm like, okay, Will wouldn't leave, but you have security that could have escorted him out. Maybe they didn't want to make a big scene about that. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. But I mean, if you're asking a man to leave and he don't leave, there's ways you can get him out there. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
no one could have said, "Yo, it's this is racist or a racial act that you're denying Will getting his award." He fucked his own shit up.
mm-hmm,
You fucked
mm-hmm,
your own shit up, and for that reason, you should have been treated like anybody else.
mm-hmm,
Arrested, taken out. You're the defendant now. You got to justify why you did it. If you want to rat Jada out, sorry, the two of you are going down for this. But yo, the platform was so wrong, yo. The platform was so wrong.
mm-hmm,
And you sitting in the front. That's why, look, me and my wife go to the Nasty Show every
mm-hmm,
year when it
mm-hmm,
comes up here. And I make sure I get a seat, not in the back corner, in the back middle.
mm-hmm,
If you want to find me, you have to have some special glasses to get through that light
mm-hmm,
coming in your face, because I'm not going to be part of your material.
Facts.
You want to sit right up front there and think Chris Rock or any other fucking comedian is going to be there. It's not going to have some material in the audience that night with clothes or shit like that. Come on, man.
Absolutely. And this and it's another thing. It's like, right, what does this say about comedy now? So now if you get offended, you can just walk up and slap people in the face and shit. Like comedians aren't going to want to say certain things.
I told you,
it really is.
It has to be underground.
I just watched, and I watched a piece of it. I wasn't really paying attention to, but Omar Epps has something on Netflix, and it is fucking
weak, huh?
It's whack, bro.
Because it's so censored. These guys can't even be themselves. They have to be according to man. the fucking times we're living in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's what I'm saying. So now you have that, right, where you can't say certain things. You can't make jokes about certain things. Now you have to be careful that if you offend somebody, because they can come up stage and slap you in the face. Now, because it was Will, he probably got away with it. But I said, like everybody else said, I'm like, if I was Chris Rock, I would have had police come in there and fucking escort him out while the show was going on, bro.
But you know what I mean? Let me ask you this. If this shit happened like 20, 25 years ago, at least for me, I could say, I would have said, "Oh, snap. Did you see that? That was fucked up, yo." And that would have been the end of it. No conspiracy. No. If someone asked, what would you do if I was Chris Rock? I would have said the same thing. I would have clotheslined him. I would have been like, sorry, that was my reflex. I'm defending myself. He hit me. The shock took a while to get to me. And in that time, I lost it. You know?
Absolutely.
But today, oh, it's turned into all kinds. Like now you're seeing apologies, and now those apologies are being questioned as suspect. Are these true apologies coming from Chris Rock? And are these true apologies coming from Jada? When will we ever know the truth if everything's fucking questioned?
Absolutely.
It's it's sad,
and,
yo.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because there's people out there saying it's fake, it's staged, it's staged. There's people out there saying it's real, it's real, it's real. But the Oscars, and why I think it's real now, like 100% real, is because the Oscars are trying to figure out what they're gonna do about Will winning that Oscar, right? Like they're like really considering on taking it away from him.
Man, they're not even talking about it. Like he destroyed his moment. Because had that not happened, all we'd be talking about is Will got the award. Well, we wouldn't all be talking about it, but I mean, it would have been something to talk about in his industry.
Absolutely.
Because it's been evading him for a while, right?
And not only that, right? Okay, so I found out, because I didn't watch it, Samuel Jackson won his first Oscar, right? The Oscar was produced for the first time ever by a black man. None of that shit is getting talked about anymore. It's all about Will.
Doesn't bring enough.
It's all about Will. It's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, it doesn't bring enough. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Chris is so adamant that it was staged, right? Because the Oscars are losing ratings and all of this stuff, and he's so concerned. He's like, yeah, it's staged, it's staged. And The first night we were debating him, we were arguing, nah, it's not, it's not. Then the second night I was like, I can kind of see it, you know. But after seeing what the Oscars are trying to do, like if they take away his Oscar, and I googled it, I'm like, can they take away Oscar? They said they've never done it before. You know
But
what I
has
mean?
anything like this ever happened? I mean, this is assault. Look what they did to Kanye for just talking over somebody.
Yeah, but there's also
like imagine if he pushed her.
Right. No, but the reason why I say that because there is like pedos, like what's that director that was a pedophile? He had an Oscar and they never took it from him, right?
Okay,
so you're not taking it from a pedophile or a known pedo.
Yeah, there's different strokes for different folks.
No, I get it. 100%. Hey man, I understand that. But when they look at the numbers and they look at the people who are watching the Oscars, like all I've heard was they're talking about maybe banning him from coming again and stuff like that, right? So I don't think they're actually going to take his Oscar away.
So what? The new generation really don't give a shit about that stuff unless something like this happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our generation eventually is going to get bored of this stuff because it doesn't apply to us anymore because they're catering to the new audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually them shows are going to die out. But I just want to make mention that Murder Hornet Returns made a comment. If Richard Pryor was doing comedy today, he'd definitely get slapped. I don't think he'd only get slapped. This guy's career would be ruined because he is 10 times more hardcore than Chappelle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There's no way. There's so, like, even I was watching a thing about Sam Kinison today. Remember him? That guy's always screaming. There's no way this guy would have a career longer than a month if he was a comedian today. There's no
because
way,
of the things he said in his comedy.
Oh my God.
But let me ask you this question though. You think if it was like The Rock that made that joke, Will Smith would have walked up and slapped him?
Crazy. You saw that meme too, right?
Yeah.
And next year, Mike Tyson is hosting. The funniest one I've seen so far, I think it was a cartoon, animated version. Chris Rock was up there talking, and fucking Will Smith's laughing. He's slapping his leg and shit. He's laughing. And Jada looks over at him and just
then he
with her head.
Yeah, I seen that one.
That shit looked fucking hilarious. I could see it happening just like that, you know.
I go through the chat first.
He was laughing.
But did you see this one? I'm gonna play it because I played it last night. I'll play it again because I don't know if you've seen it. I know I posted on Facebook. Did I post on Facebook? Maybe I did. Did you see this one?
Now this is a story all about how I slapped Chris Rock and sat back down. And some people say I'm wrong, but I don't care. I'll tell you why you don't make jokes about wifey not having hair. When Pookie came walking out on the stage, we had no idea we were about to get played. He said a little joke and everything was all cool, but she didn't laugh and now I gotta act the fool. Took a couple of strides up the right where he stood. Looked him in the face and I slapped him good. I gave him one little slap and the world got scared, but that's what happens when you talk about wifey not having hair. I won Actor of the Year, but nobody really cares, and Diddy was up there. We're gonna kumbaya later. I'll see you tonight so we can clear the air, but I'll slap him again if he talks about my wife's hair.
Oh shit, that's hilarious,
bro.
That guy's got 1 million hits easy, right,
bro? Probably. The internet wins all the fucking time, bro. It wins all the time. Anytime this shit happens, there's some shit that comes out and it's just
guy puts a studio together and makes a fucking video instantly. Like he made the video prior to the shit happening. Fuck, you know, he had to do rehearsals. He had to do fuck. Oh my,
guaranteed,
bro, this world is changing.
Guaranteed. The minute he's seen it, he's like, "Oh, I'm doing a video on this." He started writing it down. And
where'd you find that? That was on Facebook.
Yeah, that was on Facebook.
That's fucking
either Facebook
hilarious.
Or LG, or Instagram.
That's hilarious.
Hanzo be coughing off that good shit. Yeah, you damn right. I'd be doing that. Let's see what we saying here. Everybody is boycotting Will's movies now.
That's not that bad.
You know what I mean? And I don't think Will's career is going to be fine. Trust me. But then again, like other than King Richard, like Will Smith movies haven't been like they're not the big blockbuster hits that they used to be, anyways. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is.
You know, the reason why I said this guy was changing because did you see that documentary series he has on Disney?
I haven't seen it yet.
He's overcoming his fears and
He's
overcoming.
yeah.
That shit's sick, man. It was done very well, and I can say that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a reality kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. National Geographic shit, right?
Yeah, it was done very well. Very well.
I never watched it. Maybe I'll check it out.
It's like a man finding himself, you know, going to the outer limits of the earth, overcoming your fears. Like, you know, everybody has their fears, like you jumping in a plane. You'd have to jump in a plane and fly to Africa, bruh. You know? Get over that shit for real, for a purpose, you know?
Shit, put me on the boat, man. I'm good. I'll go to Africa the way we came from Africa. You know what I mean?
I hear you. But I think since, you know, I watched that Kanye West thing, and when his mom's died, he lost it because that fucking guy was a genius, yo. That guy was a fucking genius. I think when he did that shit on fucking Oprah's show, that shit fucked him up.
Who?
Will and Jada with the whole August shit.
Oh no, that was Jada's show.
Yeah, I know, but that shit fucked him up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry. That will fuck any man up.
Absolutely.
Because
you know why?
You saw his face on there?
Yeah. You know why, Roberto? Because supposedly they have an open relationship, right? Okay. But I can guarantee you he did not know August was fucking Jada. He did not know. You could tell by the way they're having the conversation, and it's killing him. That shit was killing him.
Open relationship, that means you could have relationships with other people 1 or 2 times, not like you have 2 men. She had 2 men. She was like, you know, posing and running around and taking fucking celebrity shots with this guy, yo, like holding his arm like, hey, Will looks different. Hey, that ain't Will. You know what I mean?
Well, from what they say, he reached out because he was having issues or whatever, and then they were mentoring him, you know what I mean? And that's how it ended up being like that.
You know, that's a blase moment.
Yeah, for sure. But that's how it is, though, bro. That's how it ends up. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, you're mentoring him, and you know, this is jaded, and she's like, oh yeah, young buck. You know what I mean? And not only that, like she's been so open with their relationship. Like she said some fucked up shit about Will on that show. You know what I mean?
This man is feeling right now. How you think this man is feeling right fucking now?
With all the backlash that is coming up, I think he's not happy. You know what I mean? But I also think, you know, he kind of, yeah, man, I got my balls back type of thing, right? Because everybody's saying I'm soft and shit. Everybody's saying I'm soft and shit. You know what I mean?
You went about it the wrong way, the wrong time. You're a grown-ass man now. There's no fucking stripe that you can achieve at this age other than becoming more mature and, you know, more knowledgeable and fucking caring. You know, like you're supposed to be blossoming now, not doing this fucking hooligan shit because, I mean, we all have our moments. But in all honesty, Nzo, a good woman would have held him back because there's enough times I wanted to fucking lash out and my wife, maybe she didn't approach it the right way because we ended up fighting, but she made sure it didn't happen. And that's what a good woman will do because if the moment is right, she'll let go of that leash, yo. And that was not a right moment.
Facts. 100%.
So if she wants to fucking ruin Will, get up there in front of fucking 13 million people, man.
To be honest, it looked like she encouraged it. You know what I mean? It looked like she encouraged it.
That's what the fucking media is trying to do now. If it isn't,
you watch the video. Will's laughing at the joke, and then she rolls her eyes, and then they cut, and then he's walking up on stage. You know what I mean? So she probably was like, "Yo, like guaranteed," just like you said in that in that video we talked about, or the cartoon one, right? She did that. She went. Like, yo.
You saw it, and I fucking laughed.
Like,
almost as hard as that song, almost because that is realistic.
Well, so we got Danny in the background waiting. So Danny, I'll bring you in a minute. Just gonna go through these comments real quick, and then hopefully Ashley and Saggy will get in here. Then we can have our little discussions and
Everybody's saying that shit ain't healthy, and not to say majority wins, but it's fucking rare that everyone's on the same page. It's evident, man.
Absolutely. So I think Will was justified for getting mad at Chris, but I think him slapping was the wrong move. Also, I think Chris was wrong for making that dumb, insensitive joke. Okay, so I'll bring in Danny right now.
I have to disagree with the joke part.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Roberto. Why do you disagree? What up, Danny?
Because, like I said, I come from a different time. To me, that joke is mild. Because if he had known, and what's up, Danny? If he had known that she had that and he did that, then I would say that's some fucked up shit. Because you could find some other material. You're a professional. But he stated on many occasions, and they're not accusing him of knowing, that he didn't know. And for that purpose, he's a comedian. What do you want the guy to do, man?
Absolutely. Saggy.
What I miss?
What's up, Saggy?
What's up, Saggy?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Oh, we just talking about the Will Smith stuff before you guys came in.
What's up, Tony?
The Will Smith thing. Listen.
Talk.
Listen.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll be right back.
I don't care what anyone says. What Will Smith did was dumb. I get it. But, I also get it. When you're getting bullied and ridiculed all the time, your life's out there, it mentally drains on you and you snap. So, no, yeah, it was wrong. He did it. Do I understand why he did it? Yeah. Am I going to cancel him over it? No. Did Chris Rock made a joke. He might have not known about the alopecia, and knowing Chris Rock's history, he probably wouldn't have made the joke if he known, because if y'all didn't know, Chris Rock used to be bullied. He has trauma, bro. He talked about it many times before about how when he used to get his ass whooped in school. He was bullied hard. Every day he'd go to school, it was living hell for him. He described. He said he still has trouble dealing with it, right? So, as somebody who's been bullied and ridiculed, the way Chris Rock was, if he had known that she had alopecia and that's why she was bald, he probably wouldn't even made the joke, period. So, again, I think the best thing for all parties involved to do is, number one, I think Chris now knowing why that whole thing went down the way it did because of Jada, and the alopecia. I think that the only person Chris should be apologizing to, if he feels that he wants to, is Jada. Because she was the one who is, if anything, the one that was probably affected by it. And here's the thing. Did anyone really see Jada after her husband got up there and smacked Chris? Because they didn't show her. I don't even know if she was even okay with that. She might have just got up and left because she was embarrassed that he did it.
Oh, so, no, Uncle could show you the video. She was okay with it. And when he made the comment that Chris Rock said he got bitch slapped, she laughed.
No, that wasn't his wife. That wasn't his wife.
That's his wife.
No. I'll show the video, right? I'll play it again.
You need to see Saggy. We got
Not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
That's her.
Oh, she was laughing about it.
Wow.
Now she looks back at him. What's he gonna do, Chris?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? So I can go.
That's interesting. Because that body language to me seems like at first she probably thought it was a joke. I don't think she understood what was going on until he started yelling like that. Because then you see her body and her movement change. She was laughing, and then she's like, "Oh, that was for real. That y'all didn't stage that." I think she thought that was part of the joke. I'm telling you. But my point is, either way, I still think if anyone is owed an apology, Will needs to apologize for Chris for laying hands on him and embarrassing him like he did. Especially because, like I said, I don't know if Will knows about Chris's past and how Chris was bullied. And that shit that he did could have traumatized Chris and brought all those memories back. So I think Will needs to properly apologize to Chris Rock. I think if Chris Rock feels inclined to, then maybe he should be like, Jada, I didn't know that you had alopecia. I didn't know you were struggling with it. If I had known that, I wouldn't have made the joke like I did. Really that simple. But at the end of the day, we can all talk about it, but it's grown-ass people,
oh my gosh,
right? And their problems. Who cares? I don't care. Does any of this affect us? Because I don't think it really does.
I agree.
Let adults handle it in the way adults should handle it. Communication, talk it out. You know, it's not. We can't act like we never got mad at somebody and put hands on them.
Unfortunately, Saggy, they're celebrities. They're the ones who get all that big money and fame by getting us to look at them and be all up in their business. And that was a be in your business moment, you know? But for my generation, for me, it's not as harsh. It's just a shocker and I'm over it. But all the hooplas that's going on afterwards is all luggage. It's unnecessary luggage, you know? Like, tell me I'm wrong, Daddy. Like,
you're not. I mean,
that's some weak material. You know, it's not that offensive, especially him not knowing.
We've seen a lot more offensive things, like, for instance, the stuff that Dave Chappelle did. Some people can consider that offensive. The stuff on George Jefferson and Good Times, all that. Some of those honky and cracker and all that. That is, I know it's a different time, but that's way more offensive than what he said about the G.I. Jane. And actually, if you look at it and he didn't know, and I operating under the assumption that he didn't know she had that disease, that's pretty tame compared to some stuff I have heard.
Right. So, well, here's the thing though. The Will Smith family, ever since they came out about their open relationship, okay? Will especially, that whole family's been getting just dragged. And they've been getting dragged for years. Their kids get dragged. They get dragged. And that wasn't that slap, that whole reaction Will had. It wasn't like, this is the thing y'all don't understand. That reaction wasn't about that comment.
I agree.
This was built up from the years of ridicule. A man who has to sit in the light of people attacking his kids, attacking his wife, attacking his marriage for years. And again, he said it in his speech, which was really interesting. I know his speech was a little contradicting, but one thing that I picked up on that when he was crying because he realized he broke. He finally reached his limit. He snapped, and he explained why he did. He's like, you know, even though we're in this line of work and we should be able to take it, doesn't, you know, basically what he's saying is we have our breaking points. That night, Will reached his, which is why I'm not going to sit here and act like, holy crap, he needs to get fired and arrested. Like, I mean, maybe, sure, that's up to Chris Rock. He's the one who got hit, right? But when you're sitting there, you see a broken man, and we see the comments, we see the memes. It gets to people. They're celebrities, but God damn it, they're people first. They're human beings.
And Saggy, I've never seen memes concerning a situation like this situation before. This is ridiculous.
The memes are funny as fuck, but again,
they are. That's a bad thing.
But
they
what I'm saying is, like, you seeing this man, you saw him live in 4K. His brain broke. He had enough of the ridicule. This was built up for years of Will just sitting there, the Smith family taking the ridicule and abuse. And now some may argue, do they deserve it? Are they a little odd? Sure. But remember, they're not just celebrities. They were people first. They had jobs like us, working 9 to 5 every day. They struggled too. They had their stories of struggle. They came up. Good for them. But just because they're famous doesn't mean that they have to sit there and take all the ridicule, and they see it. You know, there's so many celebrities who talk about it. They like, you guys don't think we see the shit you say. We do. We just don't always address it. But that don't mean just because we see it, we don't say nothing. It doesn't fuck with our heads. Because that shit does. As YouTubers, we deal with that. You know?
Yes.
You go ahead, Donnie.
That's good for some people, Saggy, and I hear what you're saying, but nobody made Jada Pinkett do the red door and air out her business. When somebody put a I'm sorry, red table. I'm sorry. And air out her business. Nobody, when they put the microphone in front of your mouth, make you say how you let your kids do this, you let your kids do that. They're celebrities, and they're under a microscope more so than we are. There are plenty of celebrities, the same stature as Will Smith, or maybe even higher, that we know nothing about. I don't know nothing about Denzel Washington family. I'm just using that as an example. There are a few things. He keeps some of these famous people go to great lengths to keep their family life out of the spotlight. To me, it looked like Jada, and I'm outside looking in, was competing with Will Smith's celebrity. She felt like she was just a gooder actress or whatever, or as famous as he was. And I don't think she was. And I saw the red table where she's talking about entanglement. Well, no fucking entanglement. You had an affair. And if you look at that interview, he is pissed off. Now I do agree with you that he broke. He chose a bad time to break, especially on his big night when he won this.
Yeah,
and he
the worst
went
time.
into that myth about the angry black man, that kind of stuff. It's a bad look for black males, so to speak. But I'm not saying they aren't totally part of their own problem. Because just because you can't say something when an interviewer or somebody put a mic in front of your face, or you want to create this social media or this social platform where you say this and say that, sometimes you open yourself up for more than what you want. Just like, I'll give you a perfect example. Nzo Hodges was, what was your screen name? Jason Miller. He did that to protect himself.
Yeah,
And when he felt uncomfortable, he became Nzo.
Yeah.
Anzo. When he first came on, he was Jason Miller. Like,
Jason Miller.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Jason Miller. But here's the thing with that.
Who believe that?
Well, here's the thing with that, though, right?
For real?
Yeah.
Here's the thing with that, though, Dan. Right? Like, I understand
and then
that.
Ashley, you go next.
Sorry, I just want to say this real quick before I forget my thought process. Sorry, Ashley. But like, that's the thing, is that I theorize that she knew that word would get out, that she was stepping out, right? And Will decided that his marriage and his love for her outweighed her desire to sleep with other people. That's, again, they did air that out, but at the same time, I understand why. Being in the public eye, as soon as they see that, now everybody, mind you, celebrities, even when they try to hide, people are still all up in their business. So at this point, it's like, I'm that type of person too. I'd rather air out all my dirty laundry so no one can use it against me when it feels convenient to try to cancel my ass. Because that's what we're dealing with, is cancel culture. They find out a black woman is cheating on her husband, right? They're going to drag her, and they're going to drag her down. So they got ahead of that. They said, hey, we have an open marriage. Boom. Now everyone can't say nothing. But guess what? Now they still found a reason to. So it's like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. They can hide things or try to be secretive. Then when they get caught, which they always do because people are nosy as fuck, and they always find a way, then now all of a sudden, oh, well, what do you got to say about that? Oh, it's always something. So I mean, what happens in people's marriage, whether they choose to be public about their business, again, that's fine. I don't care. Be public about your business. Again, this shit should not affect us to the point where we have to argue about what's right and wrong. It's their lives. They ain't paying my motherfucking bills. I'm driving a friggin' a Nissan Altima, right? I ain't driving no Mercedes Benz or a friggin' nice ass car. They ain't paying my bills. So if they want to do their thing, they do their thing. As long as they're not out there hurting people or children, I don't give a shit what they do. They can have a friggin' whole harem in their goddamn house of men, women, orgies. I don't care. It ain't my business.
And that's the problem, Saggy. Everybody cares about everybody else's business,
right?
All the time.
Celebrity business, anyways.
And even not even that. Everybody's always got a judgment or right. Thought on somebody's life.
Right.
There's always somebody's always interested in what somebody else is doing. And when you're a celebrity, that's magnified, right? Because
well, at least that's the way it is now.
That's how it is. And there's the public opinion. What do they think of you? My thing is, I agree with a lot of things that Saggy said. Here I've said it. Here's a night where he's going to be the biggest night of his career. He's about to win this award, so emotions are already high. And then everything that had been in the media leading up to things that people had said, maybe some of this stuff from 2016, maybe he didn't like it because they weren't there and he was making jokes about them. And then this thing and Jada's reaction. So but still, I get everybody can have a very human moment.
Which is what he had.
Like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
You just had it at the wrong time.
Right? No, it's true. It happened at the wrong time.
The thing in the matter is, it's not about the wrong moment. It's like no joke that it comes out of anybody's mouth then should lead to you putting your hands on them. Never, ever, ever, ever,
I agree.
ever. Like it's
especially your old school.
He's a comedian. Like we know what Chris does. Unfortunately, it happened to you on this night. It was a big night for you, and maybe he could have left you and your wife alone. Okay, whatever. and maybe you didn't like it. You could have said what you wanted to say from your seat, because you proved that after you slapped him, you went to your seat and you ran your mouth, right? You could have ran your mouth. But also, I'm not like big into like men like speaking for women. Like, because if you say some shit to me, I'm gonna have some shit to say. I don't need anybody else speaking on my behalf. And that's just me. Unless you're in my face being aggressive or put your hands on me, then that's a different situation. So I feel like if anybody needed to say anything, it should have been Jada if she really had a problem with it. That's how I see it. And if he really wanted to speak up for his wife, then you could have spoke up. You didn't have to get up and physically assault a man. If you wanted to be public, you could have said it from your seat, or you could have been a man and pulled this other man to the side and had a conversation. Because that's step one, right? That's where you begin. That's just where I come from with all that. It's just horrible that you put that this happened. Yeah, you didn't like it. It's a joke. He's a comedian. Like, imagine how comedians feel now. Like, if I say something, are you
am I gonna get slapped?
Are you gonna hit me?
For the record, though, y'all.
I don't like any of it. There's no winner here. There's no, that's why I don't believe that it's fake, because who wins? Maybe Chris Rock, because he's getting attention. But,
his ticket sales went out the roof. Everything's going good for Chris Rock right now.
Him is not very good, and then I didn't even like all that emotion. Yeah, I know I feel like he was feeling sad for himself in that moment when he was on that stage and he won that award, and he gave a list of reasons why he acted the way he did. He never really took accountability in that moment.
Right.
He never said, "I am sorry, Chris Rock. I just slapped you." You slapped him on. That's the biggest part about it to me, and that's why I think that even though the apology is nice and you can put a little freaking bow on it, it's bullshit to me, because you were on national TV, slapped this man on national TV, and you don't have the thought the next thing when you get up a few minutes later to say sorry to this man that you just hit on national TV, and then you can go out partying and having a good time.
And acting like nothing, and act like nothing happened.
Come on, that's living in another world. If you think nothing's gonna happen, I'm sure 100 people walked up to him and said, either you messed up, or you're done right. You messed up, you're done right. Because there's people that told him he was good, right?
No, apparently the new thing is, and I don't know if they're just saying this to like cover their ass or what, or maybe they actually asked him to leave. Apparently, they asked Will Smith to leave, and he refused.
They didn't ask him to leave.
So,
before or after the award?
Think about it, Ashley.
They said they asked him to leave.
How they asked him to leave? They gave him an award afterwards. Like, they didn't ask him to leave.
I think they're saving face, right?
Of
course. That's why I said before or after. When could they have asked him to leave? Because he has to get his award. How are they going to cover that?
It's just like, now he's going to get all, unfortunately, like for Will Smith, now the Academy is going to make it look like, he was, erratic, and we asked him to leave and he refused.
We asked him to leave, he refused, so we gave him a reward. Come on now.
You're going to you're going to like take all your the part of the accountability that's on you and put it on the guy that's already he's already getting shit. We just throw some more on him.
For the record, I just want to say though that Will Smith smacking Chris Rock wasn't like him fighting him. It was like, to me, did it feel like he was just challenging him to a duel? Like,
no, it just looked like a bitch slap.
We duel at dawn.
Like he bitch slapped him. Like
he did. He's like,
bitch.
You were gonna say something, Danny?
I'm just saying, Will Smith sized up Chris Rock. He knows good and well he probably could have get away with that. If that would have been somebody of any other, and I keep using the same person, that would have been Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Will Smith would have never got his ass up there and did that. He felt like he could have the physical advantage, in my opinion, over Chris Rock. He probably knew Chris Rock was not a fighter and that kind of stuff. And I just think, and I don't dislike Will Smith. We all have heard negative stuff in our lives. Because of our skin color, we all been through negative stuff. but I don't think any of us. Well, I know I haven't ever physically attacked somebody because they called me a certain name. I wanted to, and I wanted to put hands on them, but I knew that if I did that, then I'd probably be in jail, and I don't want to go to jail. I would press charges if I was Chris Rock. I don't give a damn what nobody say, because we all know he's a comedian. Those are what comedians kind of have that. And it wasn't a real, in my opinion, it was not a distasteful, ingenuous, or sensitive joke of that magnitude if he did not know she had that particular affliction. Now, if he knew it and they could prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt, I can see her getting upset and feeling some kind of way. But still, to put your hands on somebody, I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. And for people that congratulate him and say he did the right thing, like I think I heard Tiffany Haddish said, really, that's the image you want to portray, that it's the right thing to get up and physically assault somebody because you don't like what they said. So I just don't agree with that.
I don't agree with the physical part, but I do agree with standing up for a significant other. Because here's the thing, like I get what Ashley was saying about like men speaking for women, and that does happen. But like in Will Smith's case, I don't think that was him speaking really for Jada. I think that his manhood has been really like hit with this whole he's a cock, he's letting his wife smash other people, blah blah blah. I think his manhood was felt insulted, and I felt like he was doing it to it's like his manhood needed to step up and be like, I gotta be a man and let the world know I still love my wife, I'm still here for my wife. And I think that was his ego, his manhood trying
because he didn't react until he saw the look from her. So I think that just like furthers her case into like what they think of him, because he waited, he didn't react until she kind of like twisted her lips up and looked up and had a reaction.
He laughed.
He reacted.
He was laughing. So how do you go from 0 to 100?
It wasn't like she and maybe she was emotional right after, but like the look that she had on her face just looked like, I'm twisting my lips up and rolling my eyes. Like, I'm sorry, unless there's another thing where she's distraught. I don't know. It just looked like it was just like very, he looked at her to get the okay to do it or whatever. It really like, and then she gave it. Like, I'm telling you.
What was that, Danny? You're going to repeat that part?
And if she felt that way, why couldn't she said something? And I understand he feels that, but I feel like he just proved that point even more.
Yeah, I think Jada. Ashley, you're right. I've been saying that Jada. If anyone should have said something, it really should have been Jada. But I mean, again, it is what it is. It happened.
She was really sad, but she wasn't sad. Like, this girl was up there twisting her lips, rolling her eyes, and cocking her neck, and having an attitude.
Will Smith should have had that same energy towards old boy and not Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Then I could probably get behind him.
But you
messing with my woman. Okay, I'm gonna confront you.
And I agree with you, Danny, too. That's where his anger should have went. But the problem with that is they had an open relationship. So he knew what he was getting into. He knew sooner or later that his wife was going to be fucking somebody. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying he didn't do it on his own, but I ain't never heard him mess with nobody.
Well, Margot Robbie.
Supposedly there's Margot Robbie thing.
I'm pretty sure
Harley Quinn.
So I'm pretty sure, if I remember people saying it, again, we're basing it off of news articles, so we'll just call this a rumor. But rumor had it that Jada cheated on Will, and when Will found out or she confessed, they had a talk. She was basically, I guess, that's when they made the decision to be an open marriage. So I think it happened like she stepped out first. They talked, decided that they wanted to stay in the marriage. They still loved each other, but they wanted to be engaged sexually with other people. Again, their prerogative. But when they were public about it, that's when, like I said, everyone was like, "Oh, Will Smith's a cuck." And it's like, who cares? They're consenting goddamn adults. Why do you care about other people's goddamn sex life, bro?
Like, I don't know why you're so invested, like, in other people, like the dynamic of their relationship, what they're doing. Like, why do you?
And that's why that's what I'm saying, girl. It's like crazy.
Like, really, why? Like, there's always a judgment.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if that's the way they want to live their lives,
That's their relationship. I think
Right.
that's, I mean, what does that got to do with their movies, their shows, any of that? But I
People
understand
have
people are fascinated with their lives. But it's just like when it gets to like family dynamics, and Danny is right. They put this information, they did put the information out there. So, but it's just like, when is it enough of it? Like, they were honest and talked about it. And then it was just like, he kept getting hit with all that.
Yeah, it's the buildup. It wasn't a joke. It was the buildup that
It
everything
was
that
all of
happened.
it. Yeah.
Right. You know what I
All
mean?
of it at once.
And
Chris
then
Rock just took the weight of the world in his face.
right. It wasn't
Yeah.
basically directed at Chris Rock, but Will Smith should have apologized on air. That bullshit apology that he put out seems like his PR person wrote it for him. You know what I
All of
mean?
it.
Right, he should have went on and did it because he does lives, he does TikTok. Should have did a TikTok and been like, "Listen, I apologize," or he should have did it that night. You know what I mean? And said, "Listen," because he apologized to the Academies awards, he apologized to the nominees, but never once mentioned Chris Rock's name.
I sent you that video, Anzo.
I was looking for it. Where did you
on
send it to me? In my phone, right?
On your phone?
He
Yeah.
should have apologized. I don't know why he
Him and
didn't
Chris
do that.
Rock were hugging at it sometime in the show.
Right. Yeah. And I've been trying to find that damn video. If you have it, Danny, send it to me again, please.
I think it's on TikTok.
Well, do you think he apologized to Chris first before in private? And that's why he didn't announce it. Yeah, because I think that because here's the.
Well, they said
I think that
they did.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I think from what we've seen from Chris Rock and Will Smith is like, I think that they're the type of people who would have, after that happened, they would have talked it out. And Chris said that there were reports that the cops went to Chris and said, "Do you want to press charges?" And he said no. And I think they talked it out because I don't see why they wouldn't. They used to be friends. It would make no sense why they wouldn't talk behind stage and he'd be like, "Listen, I'm sorry. This is what was going on." And Chris is probably like, "Nah, man, I understand. You've been going through a lot. I'm sorry. I should have thought this one through." And they probably made up. For all we know, they made up. No one said anything really yet. Will already apologized to Chris in a thing. So again, everyone's just waiting to see what Chris has to say. And I know Chris's show, his tour is starting. So everyone's anticipating his first show for him to address it. So I guess we'll see if he talks about what happened.
Danny, I found the video, but you hold on. I'll see if I can do it. Go ahead. Talk, guys. Talk.
All I can say is
SSJ K-Dots Sanctum, what does he say? I'll slap it over certain jokes. Just depends. For example, if someone joked about my dad's cancer in front of him, I might slap it, but it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on you sizing that motherfucker up who you about to slap. If you think you can take him, you ain't gonna slap him. But if you think you might whip your ass, you gonna.
I have little dog syndrome, so I'll go after anybody. I don't care how big you are. I'll still swing.
I got common sense syndrome.
I got a big mouth. You know what I mean? So, unless you put your hands on me, then we don't need to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He said I got common sense syndrome. I got common sense too. My common sense says I'm about to get my ass whooped by this big ass dude because I thought I was tough enough to slap him.
I'm just saying, man, I ain't no punk or nothing, but there's some people you can look at and say, that is a bad idea to try to confront this mofo without some kind of weapon. And if I get that feeling, I'm not confronting them. Now, if I think I can hold my own, yeah, okay. But I'm not gonna ask.
Look at they made out. They're good. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what Danny sent me. I was trying to find it. I can't get it bigger. But yeah, supposedly sometime in the Oscar, it looks like they had this little hug because it's after he won it, right?
Yeah,
you can see the Oscar in his hand. So
well, I mean, Diddy said they made up, remember? He made a statement.
But that was before he won the Oscar.
Right.
Because he came on like a segment or two after before Will got the Oscar.
Yeah, he came to segment right after.
But Chris Rock wasn't hugging him back. You didn't see that?
No, he was. He was talking to him.
Will was hugging him, but Chris wasn't hugging him back.
I think he put his hand in his chest, look like to me.
There's no arm coming around him, you see?
Yeah, but
well, that's because he's talking. He's talking to him.
But he still didn't put no arm up. You can still.
I don't. Will can be saying, yeah, but Chris is like, motherfucker, that shit hurt, man.
When he first put his arm,
That fucking hard.
when he first put his arm around him, he kind of leans into him and puts his hand in his chest. See?
Yeah, slaps him on the chest.
Yeah.
But you know, that's a reflex. It's a black thing. But I'm sure, you know, if it was really consensual, he would have threw his arm around him too and say, you know what, it's all good, yo.
Let me get a good look.
Oh shit! Hold on. I'll bring
put
it
that back up because I'm trying to look.
Let me see if
I read can... body movement, you know.
So he wiped his eyes a little bit. So
like...
I think Chris was kind of like, like
that shit hurt.
Yeah, look, he tapped his chest like, bro, and like I think he's upset. Like I think it looks like he's upset, but he's talking to Chris, and I think his hand motion's like he's trying.
See his hand motion? It's like, man, that shit hurt, yo.
See, that's one of those things where he's like, I think he's saying like something like, you know, I would never like the way I'm getting the vibes, like he's saying I wouldn't do that. Like I would never, if I knew, I wouldn't know. You know, that's what I'm getting the vibe. Like he's talking to him, Will's listening to him, and Will's not getting upset. So I think this is where they're talking, and Chris is probably just like, yeah, nah, I you know.
I'm sorry, Saggy.
I'm not getting like they're not aggressive. They're talking.
Will knows he fucked up, and he can't do nothing but try and look like he's trying to make up. Will fucked up. 13 million people saw it. I don't care how many people are on his side. He fucked up. Yeah. And even if they're on his side, they're on court. They're part of the, you know,
the jury.
They have to say what they saw.
But if he slapped me on national TV, we might make up. But we ain't make up that night. We ain't make up that night.
You got that right, Daddy. You got that fucking right. Especially knowing all these people saw it. My mom saw it.
You know what I mean?
I hate to say it.
Your
but
kids
man,
saw it.
You might be getting to ride in the back of the car, Brody.
Imagine.
Listen,
pull up in the light and your kids go, Dad, isn't that the guy that slapped you in your face on TV? That shit ain't leaving him.
We be getting the funniest memes. Listen, the memes that are coming out of this situation have had me dead. I've literally seen
me too.
So many parodies already made. A bunch of people. Oh my God, the parodies coming out of this and the memes are honestly the best thing ever. So I mean, thank you, internet, for doing what y'all do best.
But he changed.
Yeah, I played that one at the beginning, and then there's this one.
That shit is
there's this one, Donnie. This is the one that Roberto was talking about at the beginning of the show. I'll play this one real quick. Let's see, share screen, Facebook, right there. Here we go.
No, you're blocking Ashley.
Am I?
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. That was a nice one. Okay. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Oh! He slapped her.
I swear, man, the things that came out of this shit was hilarious. Then they have this one. I don't know if you guys will get this one. I'm going to show this one real quick.
Well, at least Chris Rock getting paid for it. That's all I got to say.
He is. Yes, he is.
Oh, his ticket sales went nuts.
Off the fucking chart. $49 to $300.
I'm telling you what, I might, if he comes to where I'm at, I might pay that just to see what he going to say.
Yeah, I feel you. Can you guys make this out? Let me put you guys on the side.
Hold on.
Who hands that is?
Hold on.
Oh, you like
Can you guys make that out?
His hands. Him blocking.
I gave you 5 seconds to try and figure it out, and I'll tell you if you guys can't do it. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom.
We will rock you.
Oh wow! Okay. Boom, boom, smack.
How long you figured that one
out? Will rock you. Okay, I got it.
It didn't take me long, to be honest with you. It didn't take me long. I was like, wait a minute, what's this?
I'm confused.
Did you see the one for Forget Me Not?
No.
You know that clap? They show Will dancing, and then they show the slap twice.
Hey, hold on.
You got to see that meme.
There's one more too that I was like, okay, internet is fucking... Like I said many times, when this shit happens, you cannot beat the internet. No matter what you fucking try to do, you cannot beat the internet, because then you always get shit like this. Hold on.
Mad at you right now.
Hold on, let me bring this one up. Okay, I can just
Who?
to stream.
No, he's not really mad. He's just being silly. In the chat.
Watch this.
Out your fucking mouth!
Hear the music.
I'm out here. Oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. Smack the shit out.
Just took a sample and made a beat out of it already.
Yep.
Will Smith smack the shit out. 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 Smack the shit out. Smack the shit out. Will Smith smack the shit out. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
The internet is no fucking joke, man.
Internet has no chill. No, I saw memes of like after Will Smith defended his wife, the Oscars rewarded him with a freaking statue of her. I was like, oh my god, bro.
They don't play, man. It's crazy.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
Like saying that, like in that feed though. Did.
What was that? Actually, you sound a little choppy.
Am I still? What's going on? Can you?
Yeah, you sound real low.
Low
it's like yeah, it's choppy and robot-y.
Yeah, man, that was a great topic, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Why are the memes so acceptable, but the joke that Chris Rock is so offensive?
Well, you see, this is what, and I'm gonna play this one too because this is what K-Dots sent me, right? And this was a joke that happened. I think this was at a roast though. And I mean, man, if you guys want to go see like jokes, go watch like those roasts. Go watch the roast of Flavor Flav, and I guarantee you that shit will have you dying. But this was Amy Schumacher that made a joke or whatever the hell her name is. And here's what's her joke.
I truly am, no joke, sorry for the loss of your friend Ryan Dunn. I know you must have been thinking it could have been me, and I know we were all thinking, why wasn't it?
Right.
Thank you. But I
Play it
truly
again.
am, no joke, sorry for the loss of your friend Ryan Dunn. I know you must have been thinking it could have been me, and I know we were all thinking, why wasn't it?
Damn.
Like some jokes are in poor taste, and that was one of them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Right. So,
but that's what those shows are intended for. You're trying to hurt people with your jokes and make people laugh.
Yeah, but like
those
not
roasts
when
you go,
man.
But when you go to those roasts, they're coming like some people are like, wow, like
I'm gonna tell you,
how could you say that?
The toughest one was like Don Wrinkles. That sucker was merciless at a roast, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he was black, white, female, green. He didn't care. He would say some shit, and I'm like, how the hell does he get away with this shit?
Because it's comedy.
Yes, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
And you see, that's the thing now. That's why I have a big issue with this, because now with like, you know, comedians are they're already can't say certain things in their jokes. You know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, now I got to be careful who I make fun of. Like, you think next year Oscar, they're going to be railing off on the celebrities like they do every year? It's going to be different now. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, whose fault is that, Enzo?
Whose fault is it's Will's fault.
No, I'm saying I'm saying whose fault is it that jokes can't be are the way are
cancel culture all day every day.
Exactly, and that's the thing, because in a blink of an eye, you say the wrong thing, and as a comedian, and I think as far as like that, like I understand that the joke, like why people feel the certain way. Like I think people should be allowed to feel offended by a joke if they want to be. But I think that the difference is you can be offended by it. That's fine. But if you are demanding an apology, or if you're demanding for that person to be fired, no. Like people can't help we can't tell people what they should and shouldn't be offended by.
I agree.
Right? But I think the thing is, like, if you're offended, cool. Be offended. I don't care if you're offended. I'm not offended, so why should I be offended because you are? Oh, but why do we have to cancel this person? Oh, because you're offended? No. Be offended. Don't be an asshole.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Right?
I think you got to know your audience too.
True. You got to know your audience.
Yeah.
A white comedian can't come on there and say certain things, man, and it just ain't going to fly.
But you know what's funny though, Danny? Like if I'm going to see a white comedian and he's making fun of black people, I'm not going to be mad.
No. I'm not talking about making fun. I'm talking about using certain keywords. You just
yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
But it doesn't happen.
I like
I said,
Lampanelli. She messed with a lot of brothers apparently.
Yeah.
I went to the Nasty Show, Danny, where there's no borders. Then she had to change
her act because she married a Jew.
Yeah.
I go to the Nasty Show every year. There's no borders at the Nasty Show. Everything goes, and you have to know that that's what you're going to see. If you get offended, there's other fucking shows to go and see that don't have that kind of material. You know, and if you do get offended, you're free to leave. But for you to try and cancel it for the thousands of people that want to go and see it, that don't get offended by it, that's wrong.
I'm just saying my skin ain't thick enough that when somebody that doesn't look like us calls me a certain word.
No, but they can't say those words. Even at the Nazi show, they don't say them words. You know?
I was just saying, I was just making a point that there's some lines, some boundaries that comedians can't even cross. If you're a certain gender, a certain
Didn't that happen to Kramer?
Yeah, but Kramer went on a
that
rant.
was definitely racial.
Yeah.
What happens with Dave Chappelle? I mean, you know.
Right, Dave Chappelle's last.
See, my thing.
Not really. You still saw him trying. Go ahead, Saggy. Finish what you're saying. Then I want to hear K-Dot.
Sound robotic.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, personally, for me, I've got to the point where. And I know the word you talk about, those words don't bother me no more. And the reason why is because the intent of that word is to bother me. I've had people say those words in aggression towards me. I laugh in their face and I keep moving because, like, if that's the only thing you got to say to me, like, why am I going to waste my time? You don't deserve my anger and rage, so I'm not going to give it. And when I say that, people get on me like, well, you should be mad because you're a black woman. I'm like, but here's the thing. That they want me mad. Why would I give people what they want? I ain't giving them the satisfaction of my anger. I'm gonna laugh in their face and walk away. Because if that's the only word that you can do to insult me and hurt me, you already lost the argument, sir. Have a good day. I'm going on my life. I'm gonna take my black ass and go on my life because you're not gonna hurt me. So that's why, like, when people use that word at this point in my life, I don't even give a shit no more. It's a word, and to me, I took that power away from that word because it don't bother me no more. I ain't gonna let that word affect me. They're not gonna fucking hurt me no more.
And you know what's funny? Because to your point, like it still does affect me. Like I had a walking down the street, dude called me the N-word. I was pissed, right? But I remember when I was doing a phone call, right? And I guess hey, how you doing? Whatever, you know what I mean? I'm working. I'm working, right? I'm making my calls. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm on the call from, and I wasn't using my real name, so it was Jason I was probably using at the time. That's where Jason Miller came from because that was my phone name, right? So he was like, oh, nigger, jigaboo, this, that. He called me every name in the book. And I'm saying, but how you know I'm black? How you know this? And then he called me a spear chucker. And I had never heard that spear chucker before in my life. And I started cracking up. I was dying of laughter. I was like, he called me a spear chucker. And he hung up on me because he didn't get the reaction that he wanted from me. You know what I mean? So he hung up on me.
Was you using a white voice? Was you using a white voice?
I don't think I was using the white voice at the time. To be honest with you, I don't think I was using the white voice at the time.
That's why I laugh, man.
Yeah, that's how you slipped up. You didn't use your white voice. That's how.
I know. And he's like, and he's like,
let them find out you black.
You know what's funny? I sometimes, once in a while, I'll call them that word. I'm like, nah, bro, you're more of an N-word than I am, and they get mad, and I'm like, how does that work?
My thing,
right?
I've been noticing the London NTA a lot, right? Can y'all hear me good now? Can you hear me?
No, you got that ghetto ass internet. You better tighten that up.
No, No, I do not. I don't know what's going on. Like,
Nah,
it's
her mic. She's got this problem yesterday. It's her mic. It ain't her internet.
It's my. I don't even have my Yeti. I unhooked my Yeti. Like
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you, Ashley. I'm messing with
you. Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you though. Go ahead. We can do with it. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
I'm just gonna like. I'll just like.
No, go ahead. We can deal with it. We can deal with it. You're good. You're good.
No, Ashley, baby, come back.
We can deal with it. Okay, so K-Dot, you speak, and then we're gonna
listen,
move on because
all right,
there's.
Since y'all talking about this, you already talked about the will and stuff. Since y'all talking about the N-word.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of words do not get to me like that, especially that word. Because like me when I was growing up, I had a history of, like being bullied and shit. Like I've been called retarded, stupid, bitch, gay, shit, all this stuff, like everything in the book. Like I've been called many things, right? You know, yes, being called a nigger bothers me too. It did bother me, but then like there was so much other words that I've been called, and I became tone deaf to it. Like, you know, the one thing I commonly used to always hear when I was growing up, the one word was retarded. That was the one common word that people usually say. That was the same common thing. I mean, it got so bad to a point. My mom put me in one of those like programs for like kids who get bullied. And I didn't even know it was a program for kids who got bullied. I thought it was just like, yo, I get a free, like, I get to get out of class for free to come to this thing. Like, I didn't know what it was. But I don't know, I just became like tone deaf to it. Like, you know, I never really resorted to violence when people said those words up because, you know, I'm not finna. The only time I would lash out in violence is if someone used violence against me. But, you know, when people hit me off with all those words, I just became immune to it. Like,
and you see, that's the thing though, right? Your generation can handle it better than our generation here up on the top, right? Because we know the things that our parents went through, our grandparents went through, you know what I mean? And when we were growing up, like it was still prevalent, it was still there, you know what I mean? Now I think racism it's still there, but I think your generation is handling it a lot better.
It's still bad, but I can be honest. It ain't as bad as how it used to be. Like us black people used to get hit with fucking hoses, dogs. But this was back during civil rights and shit. Fucking hosed down by fire trucks, fucking dogs attacking us and shit. Couldn't even share the same water fountain as other people. Couldn't go into the same restaurant. Yes, it is still racism. It's always going to be there.
Well, you also have to remember too.
I wouldn't say it's as bad as it used to be. It's slowly getting better.
Where you live.
That too.
Some places are still pretty bad. Some places in America are still pretty bad.
Especially that South. Shit. I need to come over to California. We'll take care of you.
Is that true, Danny?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Danny lives in the South. Danny.
We need some representation.
Is it bad over there in the South, Danny? Oh, Danny stepped away. We'll ask him that question.
Good timing.
It also depends what like little parts, the little towns you stay into in the South. Like when I stayed in the South I stayed in like a super country like area. And I don't remember any racist situations happen to me when I stayed in the South. Where I stayed it.
Gotcha. It's just fucked up, right? Because we in Canada, and it's definitely not as racist as the States, but there is racism here. And like the way, at least K-Dots was like, I experienced more racism here than he did. But our racism here isn't just
because like here in the, you know, yes, we got racism here in the West Coast and stuff, but where I'm at, like I never had no bad experience with the police here. Only a bad experience I had with the police, and to be fair, my dad was out of line for this. He got me one of those little electric motorcycles. He had a motorcycle and was riding on the street. It wasn't supposed to be. You know, to be fair, that wasn't supposed to happen. But nothing bad happened. My dad didn't get harassed or beat up or nothing. It was just like it was a normal, calm situation and stuff.
Yeah, I feel it.
I never had any bad experience with the police yet. I say yet. I can still have them, but I haven't had no like bad, gruesome ones like other black individuals I went through. I haven't even got
Boy,
pulled over.
there's racists everywhere. What are you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you
Absolutely.
think? Because what do you think Canada's like exempt from racism?
Absolutely not. I just told a story. Like, when was it? The other day. Like, I think it was last week. Was it last week on the show? Can't remember. But I walked into the fucking store, right? And I'm going to buy whatever soda, whatever. And there's a white dude at the counter. There's a black dude that's working there. And I hear him say, "Hey, just let me tell you. Let me explain to you why I don't like black people." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" Doing the store, I was like, "No, I'm done. I don't want to hear anything else you have to say." You know what I mean? And then I was just sitting there listening, and he kept saying, "No, let me tell you." And I was like, "Look, dude, he doesn't want to hear it. Get the fuck out the store." You know what I mean? So then I paid for my stuff. I was leaving. The guy was leaving with me, and he was like, "Yo, just be careful." I'm like, "I ain't worried about it. Some old man, whatever." You know what I mean? And the old man was like, "Hey, you want to know why I don't like black people?" And I said, "No, I don't give a fuck why you don't like black people." You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear your shit. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Lonzo had you remember that scene from Boys in the Hood, that racist cop when they first got the house broken into?
I should have had a conversation with him, to be honest with you, but he was drunk. He wasn't even in his right mind at the same time.
You know what I would have said?
Mm-hmm.
I would have said, when he said, "Do you want to know why I have black people?" I'd be like, "Yeah, no. Let me tell you first why I hate black people. Let's go. Let's talk about it."
Yeah, I should have had a conversation with him, but if he wasn't drunk, maybe.
I love everybody, by the way.
But he was a drunk man, you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. So, K-Dot, let me hear what you have to say about the situation before we move on to the topic that I actually really want to get these ladies' opinions on and discuss. So, what were your thoughts?
I mean, if you wanted to skip straight to it, I mean,
go ahead and talk. Say what you gotta say. You said what you gotta say.
Look, I'll say this. Yes, Will did embarrass Chris, and I understand why Chris reacted the way he did. I understand why Will did what he did. Like I said, I understand both sides. This event does not change my opinion about either one. I still, equally like Chris and Will. And about the situation, right? Jada was clearly offended. I know there's people finding videos where she says she's, she doesn't care what people say about her head, but words and actions are not the same thing. Her actions prove that she is sensitive to the joke, and it is what it is. I can say, I don't care what you say about me here, but then if by my facial expressions I react to it,
you can see
that can speak more volumes than what I said. Jada's clearly offended by it. Now, it's her choice to be offended or not, but I say it's a very complicated situation. Because I'm not really against what Will did, but he shouldn't even did it publicly. But I'm not even against it because I'm like,
should have done privately.
I mean, hey, if you want to, go ahead. But what Saggy said, when I look at the situation with how Will did, that was a built-up reaction from all the stuff. That wasn't just one specific thing. It wasn't Jada manipulating him. Because I'm like this: Will's a grown man. He chose to go up there and do that. He chose that. Jada didn't manipulate him. He's a grown-ass man. He made his decision.
No, I think she kind of like
did that.
told him to do it. I mean, there's a difference.
She probably did like usher him in to do it, but he still made the final decision to go up there and do it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: if Homeboy was laughing at the joke, and then she gave him the stink eye for laughing at the joke, and he was like, maybe, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have laughed.
Right.
I don't think she sent him. I think he just felt guilty for laughing at the joke.
I think that she wanted him to do something. I don't think that she was like, go slap him in the face.
Yeah, I don't think she wanted him to smack. Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that she wanted him to say something, and it just.
But you don't find it weird
Also,
that when Chris Rock says, "Oh, I just got slapped by Will Smith," that she laughs at that?
Probably. Well, this is my thing. I don't think she expected that.
Like that type of, but she's
because she liked it, and she took him home. They had some Will and Jada love.
Will to actually slap him.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Once she slapped him,
Also,
she laughed at
yeah.
it. Like she
Are you
wasn't
not
like,
hearing?
Oh my gosh, my husband did this.
Ashley would have been laughing too. Somebody done that.
No,
Why?
I wouldn't. I have a nervous laugh. Yeah, I laugh in awkward situations. So
you slapped him
because I'm funny. No, it wouldn't be like that. It would be like my nervous laugh.
All
When
of this,
if I feel awkward or uncomfortable, I do laugh, but it's
right?
not
All
like
of
the
this
same
will be
way.
resolved with Will Smith said, "Yo, Chris, I'm sorry I smacked you. Please have sex with my wife. She's DTF." That's it. And it's all good. It's all good.
Hey,
We're
they gotta
all
make it work
good.
like
Everyone's
that.
fine.
They gotta make it work like that. They
Yeah,
do
I
it. And look,
solved the problem. Everyone can stop talking about Chris Walker to be dipping into Jada. There you go. We're all good.
I ain't gonna lie, I do it. If Chris Will came to me and said, "Yo,
everybody, that's the end of the stream.
That one,
Please
that one got
subscribe.
snakes in the head there, buddy. I would not mess with that one.
Take my wife.
hey, if just for one night."
No.
Hey, and look, I'll say just last three things. First things first. August Alsina, he's the one who started all this shit. That motherfucker is so whack. I'm not saying Jada also is at fault for sleeping with him and doing all that stuff, but August Alsina, his career died in 2012. I understand he was sick and stuff, and Jada was taking care of him. You know, good for her. But for him to air out the Smith family business like that, just for one mediocre song, he got his 5 minutes of fame, and he just did. I don't like people who just air out people business like that. Like that wasn't even cool.
Oh, that's
With
very
August
boring.
Alsina
That's
did.
confirmed.
He's trash.
And yeah, I'm gonna say don't put. He said don't put your dick in Crazy Evie. Nah, Crazy got the best pum pum, bro.
Right. It's
the crazy ones, man.
Listen, you can put it in crazy.
Crazy
you
as
just
hell.
don't. You just don't take it home to mama. That's it.
Facts.
You crazy
Facts.
as hell.
Put it in crazy all day. Just don't take it home. You know, don't keep it home.
Guess you never saw Fatal Attraction, huh? See how that ended?
Yeah, we seen it, but I'm like, it's a movie. I can handle it different.
That movie is based on real life bullshit.
And, you know, and look, that's why I don't like the Red Table Talk that they did, right? That's when the drama was already out there, but that we would have never got that Red Table Talk if August Alsina didn't do that petty shit he did. Because what was his reason for doing it? Just to boast about how you fucked Jada Smith? Like, good for you, bro. You fucked Jada Smith. Like,
so
okay.
The Red Table Talk came out after.
Yeah, after
okay.
Yeah, August was when August dropped his song Entanglements. That's what exposed.
That's where she get the word from, because she never used.
Yeah,
he
called the song Entanglement.
Man,
like I don't.
Yeah, you're right. But that would be the least of your problems with Crazy, because they key your car, they bust your tires. You know what I mean? That's the.
Then the girlfriends be cheering. Yeah, girl, I'd have done it too. Okay.
You know, and look, final thing. This will be my last thing, and we can move. Look, Will Smith to me, like from what I've seen from these past couple years and stuff, I don't know any deeper dramas about him or whatever, but from what I've seen, his track record these past couple years, Will Smith has been a very good, positive individual, right? And just looking at everything, putting it all together, people bullying his son, talking shit about his daughter. It's different if his family was like the Kardashians, people who talk down to other people, just scummy, douchey people like Jake Paul or Conor McGregor, those type of people, just assholes. But they wasn't that. And it's probably the internet. People like to drag people doing good in this world just for the sake of it. You know, I don't like, you know, I'm not finna be making no jokes about Will's situation. So like, yes, he made a mistake. But I'm finna kick him down and say, you know, I lost all my respect for Will just because of one little mess up here. Like, and I don't lose any respect for Chris either. I'm not gonna just switch up on him just because he messed up the Oscars that have been trash for like these past couple years. Nobody watches the Oscars. We watch the results. Let's be real. I watch the results. I don't watch the Oscars. Their ratings have been trash. Will Smith and Chris Rock made the Oscars more relevant than they have ever been ever. Not saying it was a good outcome of how they became relevant, but this prestigious event, as people call it, it's not a prestigious event. This is a trash event.
I just want to throw out some numbers real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last year's Oscars, 10 million viewers.
13 million this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and
yeah, I seen that.
13 mil, and this was before.
DC fandom got more than that too, actually.
Yeah, I'm saying that they never wanted to go below 20 mil, so they're not in a good spot. They haven't been for the last 3
for
years.
Years,
with,
absolutely.
But last year was like one of the lowest, ever. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's this like little bit of, upswing. So, but they're far from, that 20 million. They're still 7 million off there, but in that viewership. But I mean, is it? I mean, do people really care? Like, I watch it just because I'm like that type of person that watches it, But like halfway through it, like we weren't really truly paying attention, Like it's there, but it's just like background noise at times.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
Absolutely.
the Oscars is just
I'm
so
like,
wishy. The
I was
Oscars are
like, and I
wishy
had to
washy.
rewind it because I was like, wait, did he just slap him? It was one of those moments, because I wasn't really like, I mean, my friend was over here talking, we smoking, it was on, and then like we had to like stop, rewind it, and my girl was like, "Did she just?" I was like, "Is that real?" I thought it was like so
Fake.
fake,
Yeah. It looks fake.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, no, because they're talking and there's no audio, so evidently somebody's saying naughty words here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's speaking naughty because I can't hear what's being said. So that was like, okay, this is real. And then you could see Will's face. I was like, and then we looked it up and we found like the one with the
Where he says, "Don't keep my name." Yeah.
yeah, all of it. So
Yeah.
at first, like
fucking name out your
it was like a double take moment because, like I said, wasn't truly engaged in what was happening unless it was like an award that I was like, okay, this is best actor. I mean, that was after that, but best supporting actor, specific things that I wanted to see. I paid attention, but then I was out of it. And Amy Schumer was horrible, like horrible.
Yeah.
It's just not good, not funny. Outside
The host,
of like that incident. And like I think Regina Hall was cool, but then I didn't like the pat down thing because it's like why are we doing that? Like I get it, like, opposite, we're doing it to men, but it's like weird with everything that all of them were champion in Hollywood, and now you're just like doing the same stuff but in reverse, and it's still creepy and weird to me. It's like, why are we pat downing, Jason Momoa and Josh Brolin? That was weird.
I mean,
I didn't like that part.
I would pat down Jason Momoa in a heartbeat.
See, I keep my hands in my own space because I don't want anybody in my space unless I invite you into my energy. Like, I don't.
So how about if Jason Momoa ask him, "Can you get your energy?" What would be your response?
I don't like Jason Momoa. No, thank you. Not for me. It's not my speed. I'm weird, but I'm the weird girl. He's not me. That's not my thing.
Gotcha.
No.
Oh wait, and Nzo.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, just a question in general for everybody.
Yeah.
How do you feel? All right, if it was Jim Carrey's situation, he already said what he would do. He was going to sue him over the slap and also the embarrassment, but pretty much the slap, like for like 200 million if he was in the situation. Would you sue a person over a slap?
Fuck yeah.
Just asking. A slap?
Hell no.
I would.
You slap me on national TV
I'm not
in front of
saying
30
you
million
can't.
people. Yes, your ass is getting sued.
Then said, if you ain't getting locked up, I'm suing you. You got to pick one. Either or.
I wouldn't sue, but I would want to get my licks in.
Roberto,
at least let me get my licks in.
What would you do, Roberto? Would you sue?
If somebody slapped you,
I think I would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Ice skates and hockey pucks.
Depends on my financial situation.
I'm telling you, like,
right.
I think this is almost a good segue and maybe to your next topic, just because I could say, I would say no, but just experiencing some of the things that I experienced, in the past, like just like on YouTube, it was so like anxious. I was so anxious and like paranoid and, dealing with like a lot of emotions all at once from a horrible, disgusting situation. And so, yeah, right? You can feel that, right?
That industry, it's all about getting paid.
And this is a smaller scale. So it's frustrating,
What's
Absolutely.
A lot of that.
But then again, that brings, because I say, as you see, it's the bad side of YouTube, right? And Saggy has some shit on her Twitter a couple days ago about guys sending like pics and shit. You know what I mean? And
Dick
I'm
pics
like,
and shit.
yeah.
Are you on Twitter?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
no, so what?
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Saggy.
Well,
Go
what
ahead.
had happened was a YouTuber friend of mine, on TikTok, the guy made a video in his underwear, and he was like showing like his package, and he tagged the girl in it, and she was like, she made a community post because she's got like, I think like 20,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So she made a post and she's like, don't send these type of videos or pictures to me. Like, like, you don't do that to women if we don't ask. And like, the guy basically like doubled down. He's like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that, but I was trying to impress her and she should have just talked to me, and I'll never try to press a girl again. I'm sitting there like, but no one asked you, bro. Like, there's a difference. If you're trying to press a girl, number one, guys, I'm sorry, but your junk is not the thing that's gonna sell us. You like, we were more about what's attached to the junk. Like, okay, you got a big one, good for you. Not all women like big ones anyways, but like, I'm sorry, no offense to y'all, but dicks don't look that good. I'm sorry. They don't look that good.
Go ahead, Danny. What
And
you
you
say?
know,
I said DJ got good sense.
Oh, DJ, yeah, I know.
I can tell you, there's nothing like waking up, picking up your phone, you're going to start your day. You go to Twitter, you hit those DMs, and what is the first freaking thing you see? Is a
penis sickle.
Pic. That is what has happened to me. It is like you're like, okay, thank you, but no, it's like, stop it. And it was a continuous thing.
And you see the thing about it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That was, happening not just with me, but with a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like, but it was part of that culture there, it was like all ingrained. Like, I wanted to say, I can remember the first moment where I really experienced it. There were these shirts, right? And we all bought these shirts, to support the channel, support that cause at that time. I bought the shirt, and he was like, oh, you got your shirt? I was talking back and forth. I was like, yeah, I got my shirt. And he was like, oh, can you send me a picture of it, of you in this shirt, so I can promote it and put it on the channel, And this is before I had a channel, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so people really, I've been a lurker in this community for 2 years, okay? I just had been in this community 30 days, right? On top of them, like, trying to, like, press, one specific person kind of on the panel towards me. Mm-hmm. Right? Then I was like, sure, I'll send you the picture. I'll send him the picture. He makes a comment about the picture. Then the picture shows up on the stream. And I'm like, oh, there it is. We're going to move on. But then the next course of action was like, let's make Ashley's boobs jiggle up and down on the screen. And let's talk about, like, sleeping with Ashley and all these really explicit sexual things. And, like, I could not speak in the chat, and then I finally just said, stop it. Like, that moment should have been, like, the moment when I said, oh, this is what we're doing here. I don't want to be a part of this. Instead, I was like, okay, let me process this emotion. And that was just the first example. And then once new people came in and they experienced, I was like, yeah, it's a joke. It's what it is. But it made me feel very uncomfortable, but I let it become a joke. Mm-hmm. When to me it wasn't funny, and that was just the first step along the way.
Hey, Raya, thank you for popping in. And you see, that's the reason why I wanted to do this, because I've been on streams with you guys, right? And I've seen comments in there, oh, are you married? Send me your Twitter. You know what I mean? You look so beautiful. And I'm just like, first off, there's fucking dudes, right, that be messaging, and all they have is that little gray fucking box with the first letter of their name on it. So I'm like, they don't even know what you look like, but you're sitting there asking for Twitter and trying to holler at them. Like, it seems like they just see you guys like a piece of meat. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm just like, That's not what they're on YouTube for. We're all on here to build our channel, to have a community and stuff like that. But when I see those kind of shit going on, and I've defended, I'm like, bro, like, stop fucking putting those stupid comments in there. Nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. You know what I mean? We're talking about fucking Marvel and DC, and you talking about fucking if someone is married or not. It's just dumb. I don't respect that shit. You know what I mean? And then like Saggy's like, oh yeah, well I just wanted to impress. That's not how you impress anybody by sending a dick pic. That's not how you impress nobody. That's not how you do it.
No, because again, it's all about like I understand that there are going to be, you know, especially being a woman on, you know, the internet or making YouTube, like there is this for me, like I get flattered. Like obviously I don't mind the attention, right? Like it makes me feel good. I'm getting older. So it's like, you know, it feels nice to be like, have guys be like, oh, you're pretty and stuff, like, thank you. But then, you know, it's about the boundaries. Like it's fine if you want to compliment a woman. I'm never going to be mean to somebody who just wants to say, you know, are you single, or, you know, you're very attractive. I'm not going to get mad at that, you know. But if I say like, nah, I'm in a relationship, okay, why are you still trying to ask me to, you know, dirty questions? Like I've had guys in my DMs like, are you single? Well, no, I'm not single. Oh, well, can we still talk? Well, what do you want to talk about? Well, like, what's your bra size? Like, bro, but like, like I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. I'm telling you that I'm committed, and you're still trying to hit on me. Like that's the boundaries, and it sucks because you want to have a fan, like you want to have a community, like you said, but you know, does that mean we have to now cater to your fantasies? Like, nah, dude, if you want to jerk off to me, bro, don't tell me about it. I don't care. Like, I don't want to know. That's your prerogative. Like, I'm flattered, but I don't need to hear about it. Okay, like I don't want to. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you don't do it. Like that's your prerogative. I just don't want to know. It's, you know. Unless I ask you, if I say, hey, have you, you know, you got busy thinking about me? Like, that's one thing. Like, I don't want to know. And when guys there say, we're trying to impress.
That's even more exciting.
Right. And I've asked men too, and maybe you guys can have the answer. Like, what is like the appeal, I guess, of like, is it just because guys want somebody to see it? Is it like a kink thing? Because I don't understand why guys just want to send it.
Yes, I just like,
I don't understand.
Hey, look at me!
We're
like, what
supposed
is
to interrogate you guys. It's not supposed to be. Wait, put us on the bottom again, Nzo.
Yes.
Let's do it. Here we
go. Here it is.
We're the hosts now. So
Ashley and Saggy show.
Yes.
There we go.
So gentlemen, what is the appeal of sending, or I don't know. I mean, I don't
Danny's
think you guys
on top,
do it.
he'll answer first.
I think you'll. No, Danny is our. We are the three hosts. Danny is our other. Is the. You know, it's with us now. We took Danny too. Like, yeah.
Hey,
so.
I can guarantee you. I know Danny has guaranteed he sent some dick pics. Danny has sent some dick pics.
You know. Let me tell you.
I can't do that in my profession, bro, because that is like, definitely against the law.
Send me like
even if they ask for it. Hold on, sorry, Ashley. One question. Even if they ask for it, Danny?
Really? If you send that and let's say, for instance, you send it to Ash. No, send it to you. Say Ashley send me a picture of, let's use a hypothetical, of me. I don't do nothing with it. We cool. But if I send that to you and then Ashley complains and say, hey, you said such and such, then I can get in trouble. She could get in trouble really for sending it if the always want to be an asshole. But I would get in trouble for sending it. And if you send it to somebody else, you get in trouble. It's a continuous chain. As long as you stop, then you good. But if you send it, your ass can get charged too. Well, that's how it is in South Carolina.
What if it's your wife?
Well, my wife ain't gonna tell. She ain't gonna be like,
oh, okay. That. I was just gonna say it. That's what
I'm saying. This is a big scam going on down here. A young girl send pictures to a dirty old man like me. I'm gonna use me as the bad example. Dirty old man like me. Then 4 or 5 days later, I get a call from another man saying, "Hey man, you taking pictures of my daughter, and my daughter's 14 years old. You gonna give me $5,000? I'm gonna report this to the police department." We get that all the time because it's against the law.
Gotcha.
It's called disseminating pornographic material.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
So, Ash, what were you gonna say? I'm gonna ask Roberto the same question later, but Ash, you were saying something first.
It's fine.
I answer their questions.
Yeah, no, I know. I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Roberto.
I was had a response to something that Danny said.
I said I will. I will
It's
answer their
past it.
question.
Go ahead, it's your show. You guys run the show now. Go ahead.
Danny, please answer the question.
Yeah, women run the show.
He did.
Dot.
I want Roberto
No.
to answer the question. Roberto,
wait, she asked Danny.
Men, sometimes men measure themselves by the girth, length, whatever, of their member, and if they feel or think that they have such a large one, then they're proud of it, and they think that that makes them superior in bed and that kind of stuff, and they're proud of it.
I'm sorry. Like, okay. That's so. I mean, like.
Was that the question?
All right,
That's the question that they asked.
I don't get
earlier.
it. Like, I
Why
don't.
do we
It's
do
like, look at my big old penis. Like,
I don't
okay.
know why you would do it unless it
It's
was
like I
requested.
don't.
Like,
it's just like I don't.
maybe I'm old fashioned. I don't
even
know. I'm not a part of these new
like
times.
how it's just like a thing. You just do that. Like this will
But
impress her.
there's designated areas for
But
that.
I mean,
There's
sometimes
certain
like there's
sites
not
for that,
even
no?
one word said, and it's just penis.
You see, that's the problem, right?
It's just a
If you're
penis.
going to send it, you have to
That's
know
happening,
who you're
you know?
sending it to, right? You have to
my
be having a
perverse
Oh, I mean, he
conversation,
knew.
right?
I mean, they
You have-
knew who they sent it to.
No,
'cause,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying
they had a conversation. I mean,
No,
like,
what I'm saying is
not
you
this
have to
one
be-
person didn't have a conversation with me. The other
No,
one
what
did.
I'm saying is you have to have a rapport, a conversation. Like you and this girl are talking, maybe talking about dating. She likes you, you like her, and type of thing. You don't just send
Yeah,
it to
that's
any
never-
random person, right? If you're in a relationship with somebody, you know what I mean, and or about to
Even
do
in a
your dating.
relationship, she's got to ask you.
Do you want to tell?
There's
Let me
gotta
give
be
you
some
the
kind of
excuse.
sign. Why would you just send
Let
it?
me
I've
explain
done it,
some of
but
these.
hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, go ahead.
Terms from a repeat offender in no specific order. I sent a bunch of pictures. I accidentally sent you a DP. That was one thing that he said to one of the people he did this to. Okay? Another one, my girlfriend thinks
How
my
do you
penis
accidentally
is too
send one?
big. My penis is too big. Can you tell me your opinion?
Oh, I get those all the time. Can you rate my dick? Like, bro. Do I
And
look like I'm a
she
professional?
was like a spiritual healer and like all of that, but he was like then trying to make up that move with her.
You know, when you throw bait in the lake, you can't really know what kind of fish you're gonna get. That's the ideology I see behind these guys. Because if they
A lot
throw it
of
at
them.
enough women, there's gonna be some women out there who are gonna go, "Oh my God, look at that! How could we meet?" And so they're testing the waters.
Yep, that is
Because
true.
I can't see any other reason to just send random pictures of your tool to women and think that they're all gonna like it.
Because I often say with guys my age that, God, if we were 20-something years old now and had my intelligence at 51 or whatever, we could be dangerous because some of these women just don't have the standards that the older generation of ladies have. I'm not saying that for everybody, but the way that sex is now and the way they're doing it, it's like, okay, whatever.
Wasn't
Okay,
that the whole purpose behind Snapchat?
It's not. It's a whole different standard with females. When I went to school, man, it was like one or two people that was sexually active. Now, shit.
Yeah, for real. But
Like, let's
you
just
see-
say,
yeah, go ahead, Roberto. No, you first, Roberto.
I was gonna say, like, when I was in high school and you liked a girl, you had to wait more or less till Valentine's Day, and you buy a flower for $2 and homeroom. The teacher comes out and gives them out, and you have a little note. And if she comes and sees you at recess or at lunch, it's on. If not, you send that flower to somebody else next year.
Bro.
Now, like Danny said, if we had the technology, I'm so glad we didn't, man.
Yeah, because even when we were growing up, Roberto, you ain't asked, you taking the girl out on a date, you know what I mean? Getting to know them first, like those
It was
are things you do
procedures.
first.
There was
Right,
procedures.
exactly.
Now, it's left and right, and if you click, which
Bro.
one is it? Right, you like it?
How does it work?
Yeah, if you click swipe right.
Swipe right, you like.
Yeah,
You swipe right, you like, and then after you do your hookup, and you know, if you invite her really to watch Netflix, that can get you in trouble because that's a whole different meaning now. And you know, there's just so much shit that you gotta keep up to date with. It's just wow. When me and my wife separated, I was so out of the loop, man. I didn't know what to say or what to do anymore. So I guess I'm gonna be single for a long time,
Bro,
man.
I tell you, no word of a lie. I was coming out the metro, right? And this girl, young girl, was walking in front of me, and there were some dudes hanging out in the metro. Dude said, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "You want to smoke some weed?" She was like, "Yeah." Boom, gone. That was it. I was like, wow. There was never that fucking easy when I was growing up. Never, right?
I'm shocked.
You just say you got some chronic, and boom. Now I know they're gonna take that girl, smoke her, get her high, and then bang. That's what they do, and I'm just like, this generation, man. It's fucked up, man. Generation is fucked up. But you see, that's the thing, though. Like, it's so different now, and I think the internet, you know, access to porn and all that shit has people thinking that anytime they see someone like on a streamer one and have a little conversation, it's like, oh yeah, I can get her, so now let me send a dick pic, let me do this, let me find out the DMs. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's just
You guys get that many?
don't like
it's not just that, it's like other things that have happened, you know, just like, you know, people like it. And then there was this span of time, you say some crappy stuff on like one of my videos, it was just like, you know, I got to take that off of there, you
Right.
know?
Or in the comments of your streams, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or like, you know, just really disgusting things, you know?
Yo, it's ridiculous, Roberto. You'd be surprised, man.
Like,
You know I'd be surprised.
You know, and you know, that kind of thing. You know, but it's just, or then it was the I mean, I understood the thought behind it, but then when things were getting what one specific person thought that was too much, but it was really, I think he framed it to all as simping, but it was just people that were watching me and enjoying my content, and you know, I'd have great chats, you know, and stuff, and then it was like made like on this another stream, by this time I had a channel, you know, and everything, and he makes a public speech on stream. I'm sleeping during this time, and says, all of you guys need to stop simping for Ashley and this other person. Ashley belongs to this person. I belong to him. So again, second hint of the mentality and the culture that I was part of. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them would, you know, in my chat be like, oh yeah, Ashley is right, we love that take, blah blah blah. Then, you know, it's simping, then it would flip, and then, you know, it would be something else, you know. But I think that some of it was easy to ignore, but once it, you know, it became like you know, people like speaking on my behalf, and like having, you know, specific disagreements, or like people going at people in the chats for, you know, saying something, it just got to be too much, you know. And it's just like, you know, and most of the people that's watching the type of content that I'm doing at this time are guys, you know, because what I'm talking about. So it was not fun all the time. And then you add in a relationship to that, and people then knowing about it because it's very public, and then getting involved, and, you know, then people saying, oh, well, is he, you know, man enough for you? Like all these weird DMs and like messages that just was just like, they can't even respect that boundary, you know? So it can be a lot sometimes.
Okay, it's legit. Some motherfuckers on here that go to women's channels that I watch, and the only reason they go there is to thirst over these women. It's so fucking nasty. Yeah, But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's like when you're watching a female on YouTube, they're not on there for that reason. We're on there to have conversations, you know what I mean? Talk about what they like, what they dislike, and stuff like that. So can you imagine what it would be like, especially when in real life, walking down the street, you're getting hit on constantly. Then you come on internet to get away and talk about shit, and people in your chat hitting on you. Like it must be fucking annoying.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why when I started doing YouTube, I wasn't on cam. I wasn't on cam. I was always on my avatar for a while, mainly because like I knew that being a female on YouTube, you know, I didn't want to be a distraction. I wanted people to actually hear what I was saying and what I was talking about, rather than just like be like, oh my god, she's pretty and she's hot. Like I said, at this point, I'm comfortable with my audience now. Like they know me, but in the beginning, when I started, like, yeah, I just wanted people to like me for my personality, like me for what I say, like me for the things I talk about, not really my physical appearance. So I did that purposely just to see, like, you know, because obviously if you could be good looking, talented at the same time, but you know sometimes maybe you just don't got talent or a knack for something, and you know then I just don't want people that just eye goggling me. It's like, be here for me, not for what I look like.
Right. Exactly.
And see, I'm having like this opposite reaction now. Because like when I started, I didn't care to have my camera on, but I was always like that weird goofy girl anyway. I didn't think like people would be like, oh, well, let me find her attractive because I'm like goofy, you know what I mean? So like I don't see myself that way. So I think that you're just gonna like, oh, she's goofy. There it is. Ha ha ha. What you talking about? You know what I mean? So and it didn't bother me to have my camera on. Now I'm like, maybe I'm not doing this so much, you know, because it just becomes like, you know, people about it gets too much, and like I'm like just like would if I don't feel like turning my camera on, and a lot of times I don't anymore. And that I've had that reaction to it, like I'm turning it off because you know I don't want you to see me because you kind of like already piss me off in a way, just dealing with some of the nonsense. It's like really like all of the effects of all that, you know, it's like in a weird way it bothers you, and that's how it affected me. I'd turn it off.
Right. And that's the messed up thing. Like you shouldn't have to decide whether you want to come on stream or whether you want to put your camera on or not because you know someone's gonna fuck around in your chat. You know what I mean? Yeah, Caleb, I know. I know who you're talking about. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. It was unbelievable the things that were going on. And I'm just like, bro, like you ain't looking like a man right now. You're looking like a little kid doing some of the shit that you be doing. You know what I mean? And it's just funny that guys got to go through that shit. I don't know. Maybe there's men that go through it too, but it's just
talking about.
Well, you're asking on YouTube enough, anyways, bro. So, but yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man. It's just
so they're stalking live women and being perverts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, not to bash women, but like a woman can do whatever she wants with her body and her looks. Like if she wants to flaunt it, do it. But like Twitch especially is notorious for having females just use their sexuality, and like it's fine that they do it, but at the same time, it's also like, I guess, the expectation of female content creators now. Like we are supposed to just have our girls out and jumping up and down and doing these things. It's like, I don't mind that these women do it. That's their prerogative. But for a while, it does like have that effect on how other female content creators who aren't doing that are going to be perceived. Like, oh, now we have to show our tatas to grow. You know?
Absolutely. And you see,
sorry, what'd you say? Did I hear tatas?
Yeah, you did. and you see, that's the thing, right? Because when you go watch them Twitch channels, some of these women have like 500K subs and all kinds of shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of them are simps, man. There's a lot of them out there, and then they come over to YouTube and they see women on there and think it's gonna be the same shit, and it's just ridiculous. Resident Dream said they have no boundaries. You know what I mean? And that's 100% correct. They don't know the boundaries, and they don't understand that we're on here trying to have fun and just conversation, and it ain't about
I
any
think
of
one.
that shit.
I think one reason why
Go ahead,
it
Danny.
offends women is because that book, like Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, that is true. Men are visual. They see something, the lust gene kicks on. Women aren't. Some women, or most women that are about something, in my opinion, aren't built that way. They have to like the man,
Get to know you, yeah.
get to know him, then whatever feelings they develop on that. But men, they're especially the younger man. When you're in your 20s, the wind blow hard, man. You got an erection. So,
you right.
I'm not lying.
Resident Justice can tell you he's been me and him been friends for a while now, and he's on my channel. He's pretty much been like my partner in crime online, one of my few partners on crime, and he has seen very like the most odd behavior from the people, and he's called them out many times before. And
Mine is on the panel.
Yeah, like he tells people too. He's like you need to bring it back like a notch. Like you're being a little too extra with that comment there. And he's gotten crap for it too. And they get called simps and stuff. I'm like,
right.
These aren't simps. These are my goddamn friends. They're not simps. Like you could be just because you're a man and you have a female friend. It don't mean that it goes further than that. These are people I generally care about. So when people get called simps too, like if you defend a woman, oh now you're a simp. Like get out of here, bro. Mess me with all that bull crap.
Yeah, and I'll say this. This problem I have with what?
Yeah, go ahead. You then Danny.
Fine, I'll let the women speak.
No, I said Dot. I was trying to say go Dot, but then you started speaking when I was like, yeah, I wanted to hear what you had to say.
So Danny, you go first then.
And then I'm just saying that the men are defending their female friends, but I'm just being honest with you. It has crossed your male friend mind about I wonder. That's how we build. I'm just telling you.
I 90% of
100%
people that I communicate with, talk to, except for 2 females, are dudes. Just because, and I automatically think any dude that is approaching me, you're approaching me like, hey, what up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Not like, what up? Because I'm used to being friends with guys, because, my cousins and how I grew up,
I'm just saying, guys that got some self-control, they don't cross that line. But I'm telling you, they think it. I'm telling you right now. Female friend, you'd be like,
see, I don't.
Well, I don't know. I'm just telling you how men think. I'm not. I can't
right,
tell you.
right.
I can't tell you how a woman thinks.
Again, I'm go back to that whole thing I said. Listen, if you're jerking off to me, just don't tell me. I don't want to know.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I don't want to know.
The man that has sense and control, Saggy, you'll never know that. But I'm telling you, as a man,
I'm okay with that.
It's in the back of our mind, like, damn, Saggy, boy, I tell you, right place, right time. We might commit some music. I'm just telling you how men think.
You right. Yep. You ain't lying.
Wow.
You ain't lying. K-Dot, you were saying something? Go ahead.
Now look, I'll say this, man. Look, I am, as you know, my other alias is Simp Dot. I am a personal simp for my lady. That's very true. But when Ash started talking earlier about the dick pic situation, this is how some men can be so fake on the internet, right? 1 minute they'll look at a woman, right, like, and let's say she's friendly with the community and stuff, like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, blah blah blah. But when she does something they don't like, oh, you ugly, blah blah. I'm like,
oh my god, I hate that stuff. I'm like, bro.
I'm like, wait a minute.
That's what happened to me, right?
Ashley knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You were just saying she was like a baddie and stuff and all. Like, what's happening? That doesn't make any sense. It's like
I can't.
It's like,
he's like, yeah.
Hey, I can't even lie. I've done it.
The story.
I've done it. I can't lie. I've done it.
What else died? And
this is why I compare it to. It's like, all right, let's say I like listening to Kendrick Lamar. Let's see Kendrick Lamar messes up and does something bad. And then the next day, everyone's like, oh, Kendrick Lamar music trash. He wasn't really that good. But the other day, they were saying he tight. Like, what is going on? And as far as women on YouTube, right? It's tough. It's tough. I'll just say this. As a woman compared to men, and, I'm not trying to be sexist or nothing. You guys get a lot more clicks. But with those clicks, you get a bunch of fucking weirdos.
That's a fact.
A bunch of them like crazy. And when Ashley's talking about the thing with the dick pic situation, right? I'm like this with dick pics. I have no issue with you sending them out, but if you're not getting permission from these women you're sending it to, then you're out of line. Because this is the thing. There's and you don't know certain people, especially if you send it to a random chick online. You don't know if this chick can literally take your dick pic and put it on the internet and expose you from everybody.
Yeah,
you might have a little fucking Grover penis that they can't even get it in, and you on it now. You shame, or maybe the girl may not share it. It depends. You got to protect yourself, and you also don't need to be a piece of shit and send your body to someone who didn't ask for it.
Facts, 100%.
Because look, I'll say this. I sent the dick pic before, but it was to someone. But it was to someone I was messing with. It was
exactly.
It wasn't like just a random person.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'll say this. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I never measured my listen.
Context about diet.
Go ahead, Dot.
I never measured my meat before. I know it's big.
Oh my god!
I don't want everybody seeing it.
I'm your sister. Oh my god! No, Dot crossed the line. You just called your penis a meat, and then talked about how big it was. I can't.
Yeah,
the baby is not a baby, guys.
We went a little bit too
There
far.
goes the baby diet. There goes the baby diet.
But look, even though I'm proud of what I have, I don't want the whole world.
Oh my god!
It's like that. I don't want to put myself in a position to expose what I got.
My heart's crying.
You already just exposed what you got. Clearly, you just
no, I didn't show it.
Oh wowzers,
He's
guys!
a blower, not a shower, y'all.
Wow!
I described it. I didn't show it.
Really, Ashley? Come on, you is not that tender.
Baby diet. That's my baby diet. I don't want to hear about anybody.
There's some of my guy friends. I feel like they're like
like
family, right?
any guy. I don't need to know
Did I not just tell you how we think?
Penis.
Did I not just tell y'all how we think?
You don't need to do that. Is all I'm saying.
But I mean, we also said we don't need to hear it.
I don't give a shit. I don't get. I don't care.
I can't stop him from saying that now.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. But Dot is different because Dot's oh baby Dot. You know.
Hey,
I want to rock him back and forth to MCU nursery rhymes.
But again, I'm on K-Dots. I've done it, but it's with women that I've been messing with. It's not like just any random chick. You know what I mean? You wake up in the morning, you get that wood in the morning, you send the picture. Look.
Because you're looking for a reciprocal picture. That's what you're looking for.
That too.
Yeah,
that too.
You're looking for something.
But again, it's someone that I'm messing with, right? It's not going to be any just random someone that I'm not talking to. But hey, check this out. No, we have to be talking. Maybe we've fucking done it. You know what I mean? And I'm wake up in the morning, you're hey, check this out. Boom. And then
this is what I did. I always waited until they.
Oh God, it's too much.
I waited until they asked. That's what I did.
Jesus, we're back to
it also depends on the type of person you're talking to, right? So you always have to assess the situation. If you know someone's not gonna like that shit, then obviously you don't do it, right?
I don't send no pics, but I'll send some little nasty stuff. Hey,
about to knock those backs out, right?
Let's play hide the wiener schnitzel or something.
I'm done.
I'm good. I'd rather some guy send me this weird poem, you know, in some weird comments, you know, that might be creepy, then send me a picture of their dick. Do not
That's what I said.
do that.
Well, I want to know where we're hiding the
Ever.
witnesses.
I'm
This is
just
a
using
public
that, I just
service
use that as an
announcement.
example.
Do not send Ashley or Saggy Melonz your dicks, okay? You know, don't.
Let's just say
It's
we were
like-
dating Ashley. I would
Unless
say,
I ask and I might.
later on
Yes,
tonight,
there
can
it
you
is.
bump uglies?
Yeah, thank you. That's what.
I might say something like that.
Say something like what, Danny?
I said, if me and Ash were dating, this hypothetical, I'd be like,
Yeah, yeah.
You might get a text. Hey, when you're home, can we bump uglies or? So, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta get something.
I'd be like, what are you talking about? I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
And then you get a gif of something humping, you know?
Like,
that's what I'm talking
I don't.
about.
I like my. I would rather us talk about like something else in the text thread, you know. Unless like you hear me say it a little line to you on the phone, I'm on my way or whatever. Like that's just not me. Like I just like to have chill, mad, cool conversations. Dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying I
don't
would
need
know
all
what you. I know what you talk about. Then when I was like, well,
But I would be like,
let's
I'd
play
be like,
doctor.
what are you? I would be like, I would tell you to behave. That would
But
probably
that's
be
what
my
I'm saying.
response.
Let's say you're
Hello,
dating
you
the
know.
dude. Like
I would tell him to behave.
Really?
Well, if he say
Yes.
something like that, you'd be like, "Oh, behave." That's not.
Oh,
that's not
I'd be like,
appropriate.
why did you send me a picture of your dick right now?
I didn't say not no
Like,
picture. I never said no
or,
picture.
or what are
If
you
he say
asking?
if he say something a little, if he send you a little grown up talk, you gonna tell him to behave?
You know what I mean?
I have.
Really?
Oh my god.
Roberto, thoughts?
Ashley pulled him
I'm just listening.
I know. I want
Says
thoughts. Though. I
behave.
want thoughts. I want thoughts.
Ashley pulls him by the ear and like behave.
Tell him to behave. I do.
What thoughts you want?
Yeah. So first
See, look, and
question.
I'll say this
Have
as
you ever
a
sent
man.
one?
As a man, when women tease us, that offends me.
And let that go.
When a what?
Have you sent one, Roberto?
On request.
Okay. Yeah. You see, yeah. I mean,
But to just
they
random
Y'all
send one?
talking, y'all never sent one without request. Never.
No,
I have.
No.
I have.
because I'm not too keen on rejection,
Yeah.
and for that reason,
But what if it's someone
it's a
you were
good trait,
sleeping-
man.
What if it's
What?
someone you were sleeping with already?
Why would I send it? Like, I don't see it as something commonly done. Again, call me old school.
No, I feel you.
I just
mean,
don't
hey.
see it. And even when she asked, I was like, okay. What are you gonna do with it?
And they ask, bro, I'd be doing my poses and shit. Be like, all right, which angle looks better? Right? There we go.
I can see Anzo lying on the couch and shit.
Yeah.
With his Yankees hat.
Damn.
Oh shit.
But in all seriousness, I will say this, on the YouTube live, and I think it's also a thing with the internet, right? How people get bold and they think they can say anything behind the scenes because they're protected by an account.
Exactly. Yes.
And a lot of these people, they won't do this to a woman in public.
Facts.
They won't do this in public, but they'll do this behind the scenes, behind closed doors. And the thing about it is, right? If I as a man tried to defend a female friend, say Ashley, let's say Saggy, and you said earlier, you get called a simp. Nowadays, like, you get called a simp for defending women in anything. I understand, yes, women in certain situations in society do get passes that men cannot get. But that doesn't change the fact that if I'm defending a woman, it's not because I'm simping for her or I'm doing it just to try and have sex with her or something or whatever. Like, I just, I got a girlfriend. If I'm defending a female friend, it's because I'm defending her because she's my fucking friend.
Yeah.
But but other dudes would think, oh, he just doing it because he want to sleep with her, blah blah. Like, no, it's just my friend.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing, though, right? And I always said, hey, if you're gonna call me simp, go right ahead. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. You know what I mean? Call me that. But I'm gonna protect my friend. Absolutely. I'm not, and I do it even on this show. Like, I'm not gonna let you come in here and fucking just disrespect the people on the panel. That's not what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna let some fucking random dude, hey man, are you married? And can I have your Twitter account? And like, yo, fuck you, bro. Like, go live real life and try and shoot your shot in real life, because you know you would not do that in real life. That's what it's about, you know?
There been some guys online that I met and they did shoot their shot. I mean, I give them A for effort, but I was like, nah.
But that's the thing, though. They're gonna do it, right? Absolutely. Dude's gonna shoot the shot 100%. But if they're shooting their shot respectfully, you can't get mad at that, right? If they're doing it respectfully. But if you're shooting your shot by sending fucking dick pics, that's not being respectful.
That ain't gonna work. That,
No,
I mean,
at all.
I mean, not with Saggy or myself. That ain't gonna work. Like, unless, like Saggy said, she asked for your penis picture, then you can send it to her. I won't ask you that.
And for real, like you said, it's about the respect about it. You know what I mean? And if you're talking to the person or whatever, and it's like that, okay, fine. But if you're just like, hey, just here, let me send my pic here, let me send my pic here, there may be some women that will bite, but it's so small that you're going to be sending your pic to every fucking woman on YouTube, hoping one of them bites. And
It's not as small as you think, Gonzo.
On YouTube, it is, I think.
I done seen some crazy stuff on YouTube. I done seen people that don't live nowhere next each other, and not even on the same fucking continent, and fucking
they dating and stuff.
Whatever they're doing, that is
yeah,
crazy.
no, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm talking about you just not like even speaking to someone and just sending a dick pic. You know what I mean? Just hey, here you go. I found your DMs. Hey, I found Ashley's DM. All right, here, let me send a dick pic. I found Saggy's DM. Here, let me send a dick pic. You don't say hi. You don't say nothing. You just boom, open up, and it's a dick pic right
that's
there.
crazy.
Strange.
You know what I mean?
That's the extreme, and then you still get the ones that tell you, I don't even like the ones that, oh, you're pretty, like, oh, okay, I don't like that, like, or whatever, I don't like that shit.
Listen,
Does
put it this
anyone
way,
ask you if they
men,
could send you
So
one?
you want somebody to say, Ashley?
I don't like compliments. They make me feel weird. Like, let's just talk to me about, like, if you want to, like, don't ever do that. Like,
Ashley, let me ask you a question.
It's like, you're like, oh my god, can I get your number? Like, fuck, no, you can't have my number. Like,
Ashley, look at the intro I made for you. I compliment you in the intro. So,
well, I still, I love the intro, by the way. Everybody, Danny made me a fire ass intro. Right? Shout out to Danny.
That's
just tight.
Like I said, I was just being nice.
But like, I'm not talking about you. Like, I'm talking about
I'm saying, but some guys are like that. How you propose somebody that's attracted to you? And I'm actually listening to you, Saggy.
Just be like, hey, how are you? Like, what's your name? Like, just talk to me. Like I'm like a person, dude. Like, that's what I prefer.
Ashley.
Like,
I'm gonna do it. Ashley,
what you say is what's gonna make me be attracted. Like, what are you like? There's not, you know what I mean? Like, when I talk to you, that's really what's gonna make me attracted to you. So I'll be like, yeah, well, maybe you're, but like, if you're just like,
so if a guy meets you and he open up with, hey, pretty lady, can I get some conversation? You can instantly.
Well, it won't work. Yeah. I'd be like, I would be laughing, first of all, very awkwardly. And be like, I gotta go. Like, I would be so uncomfortable.
I gotta go. Listen,
run out of that situation. That is not ideal.
If y'all want me to rate your junk, y'all gotta pay me for it. So, like, nothing is in life is free. So if y'all really want to send me dick pics, I will accept them, but you're gonna have to send me money at the same time. Thank you.
Oh my god!
And let me tell you something, guys. That's the last person you want to rate your dick pic, because she will trash you if it ain't good. She'll have a whole stream about getting this.
I couldn't look at that many. Like, I might vomit. Like, I couldn't look at that many.
I'm telling you, I remember when Microsoft Xbox 360 had those cams, man, and some games you play those RPGs. People would be sending you stuff, and I used to get sent some nasty pictures. I remember this one dude, man. He sent me his picture. number one, it was really leaning very heavy to one side, and then on top of that, it was multicolored. Okay, and I sat there and I messaged him back. I said, "Boy, if I had that kind of looking, I would not send that to nobody. You better never send that picture to nobody else. You're lucky you sent that to me because my ass is telling you that thing looks weird. I don't know if it's a medical thing.
Can I say
but
something
no.
like right now? And I know this isn't my I forgot. This is my show now because we're gonna close up.
Yeah, soon.
But John,
go ahead,
I do want to let John know that if you think that you're gonna save a stream, by all means, one day, if Saggy would like to join me, you can join and you can show us all your wonderful techniques on how you alone would save the stream because you don't like women and you're just being a troll or whatever. But it's cute. But even if we gave you a link, you wouldn't show up. You wouldn't show up.
He's 100%
troll.
Hello, John. John, I'm gonna be in Cali in November. You better come see me because we're gonna have some beef, sir.
All right.
RJ said you got to be really brave or really down.
Me and John Della Rosa got to throw down in November.
Unsolicited dick pics to every girl you follow online, maybe both. Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. Ashley always brings the heat.
Now, look, I do have to admit,
I've experienced a lot.
Well, I ain't scared of you. Stop. You're scared of me. You don't want me in your neck of the woods, but I will be there, sir.
Ain't never.
I do have to admit, Ashley knows
one man. What? What's that?
I got the DMs.
Of what? Whose dick pic you got?
Ashley took over my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Her power as a woman to oppress me, a man, and take my channel. I just want to put that out there. Guys. Like, I want to put that out there.
Hey,
I got the receipts. I got the DMs.
Hey, K-Dot, they took over our show right now. Like
I told you, man, these women be oppressing us and shit.
Yeah.
This, like I said, this is what is the name of the show? The Widow and Saggy Melonz.
Wow. They even changed the fucking name of my show.
Yeah,
really? Our show.
Widow and Melons.
Nah, that don't work.
But look, in all seriousness, I will say this. Yes, there's a lot of women that just this type of female content creators I don't respect. Just the ones who think they can only use their body to get content. Like
that's true.
Yeah, this thing, right? Regardless, these women are going to attract subscribers with their body and stuff. But it's different when you're just using that to boost your platform. Like the difference with other women, even Ashley and Saggy, I'm using them as an example. What they say is what matters more than their physical appearances.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I respect YouTubers like Saggy and Ashley more, compared to someone who's just going to use their body to pave the way for themselves. Because looks is only temporary. I mean, hey, I only got a couple years left until I start diminishing. I'm cute right now, but I ain't gonna be cute for so long.
Listen, I don't mind anybody the way they make their money. You can make your money the way
make your money,
right? But at the end of the day, like there's certain types of respect that you're gonna get, right? And if you know that you have Saggy and Ashley or Raya or Stormy or whoever's doing YouTube content and they ain't doing that type of content, then you don't need to be coming at them in that kind of way. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but man,
it's not OnlyFans over here,
Exactly. That's the thing.
You might see his, shoulder and hear him once in a while, but I don't know. But maybe I'll start that OnlyFans for my feet. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen one day. But it probably never will.
Ashley, stop. You're gonna charge like $500. Ashley's gonna charge like $500 a subscription just to get a picture of her feet, y'all. Don't do it.
Y'all don't gotta time out, John.
500.
You gotta put anybody said John.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Somebody timed out John.
Seriously, time me out for dropping bombs. Someone timed him out, or someone should time him.
Someone timed out his main account.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, hold your feet out to the camera and see if I can send you a super chat. Your next stream.
I don't know who John is.
I don't show the feet for free.
What were you saying, Saggy?
I was gonna say he's trolling me. He's not. He's harmless. He's fine.
Okay. All right, guys. It's you know what I mean. When if it gets too bad, then we tell you who to time out or anything. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it seems like, oh, Matt's timed him out. I warmed him. Okay, it's all good, Matt.
Trust me, he's being tame right now. You'll know if he goes too far.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, man, this was a great show, guys, and I think we will end it there. It was fun to have this conversation with you guys, man.
Indeed.
Thank you for coming on. And you know what? I've been
Yeah.
saying this for a minute, and Caleb's in there. Caleb, next week you coming on the show, bro. I'm saying that because I know you stream. I've seen you, right? And you reminded me. I'm like, oh yeah, Caleb streams. So next week you coming on the show. I'm gonna send you the
He
link.
streams, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's been
not-
on streams. I
Did
don't
he
know if
stream
he
with
actually
Flash?
streams. No,
We stream.
actually,
We stream.
We ain't seen Flash in a minute. I don't know where he
Yeah.
went to.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
I
Flash.
hope he's well, man.
But he was talking about some dude's Truth 41 who I've seen him on his stream.
Oh.
Yeah, that clown.
Well, real quick, right? I'm not going to disclose the business. We all know the situation. Neon's
Right.
You know, right? But the Truth person is a prime example of people who build an audience, right? They build an audience, and their followers get so blinded that this person could freaking murder somebody, and they'll still back up this person. This person could be a pedophile.
It's
You
like
know,
a
so
cult
back-
leader there.
because they're entertained. They're entertained. As long as you keep entertaining them, they'll back you up. They won't say shit. They'll back you up as long as you keep them entertained. But not until that person gets exposed by everybody, or someone
John,
bigger
stop.
exposes that person. That's when everybody's like, oh, oh shoot, man, I never liked him. He's a bad guy. Blah blah blah. But it's like you always knew he was that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're only
Absolutely.
saying something because some other people called him out, bigger people.
All right, Caleb, it's on the poppin' next week. You got the invitation. And I see a lot of people in the chat feel the same way we do about the guy. I don't know him personally. I just seen the situation that was going on. I was like, yeah, right away, you a fucking idiot for doing the shit that you were doing. John, you're good. Don't worry. Mama Bear is just very protective of the people on the show, so she wants to make sure that ain't nobody getting disrespected. So, but Saggy say you
know
cool.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, Saggy say you cool, so you cool, man.
John trolls a lot. He's harmless at the end of the day. He just likes to push a little button sometimes. So just don't take anything he says at face value.
Yeah, John, that's fine, man. Appreciate you coming in and watching the show. Much appreciated. I'm gonna let these guys go around their channels real quick. Actually, I should let the host and the show host.
Yes,
Maybe-
I'm your girl.
in the stream.
Shh. Hush, boy. I am speaking. I'm your girl, Ashley, aka The Widow, and I just dropped an episode review for the first episode of Moon Knight. I also got the intro from my good guy over here, Danny, aka Comment Chat. A new intro to go along with that, coming very, very soon. So we've got those two things up on the channel. And then tomorrow, I'm going to drop a video. We're going to talk about Lost Cities. Should you see it? No, but there. But I'll tell you why you shouldn't see it in my video. I don't think it's a very good movie. And it has Channing Tatum in it, and I don't like him. And also, you can see me Friday talk about Thor Ragnarok with the wonderful Zod Rider, and I hang out with Mad Max here and there, and also hang out with, of course, Nzo, bigger for entertainment, always. Hang out with, good to see Danny, Roberto, and of course,
Ditto.
take over on SSJ K-Dots Sanctum's channel every Tuesday. That's always fun. And I hang out with Dot, when I can. So there's that.
First off, bad host because you're supposed to go last and you ruled everybody else on the show. So that's wrong.
I'm the host. I can do it however I want. Okay? Saggy Melonz, please. We are hosts on your channel. It's different. Saggy Melonz, tell me what you got going on.
Yeah, no, Saggy Melonz on the Saggy Melonz channel. Melonz spelt with a Z. Do not type it with an S because it does take you to the dark corners of the internet. I did not know exists, but hey, who knows? You might find something new you like. But anyways, I do drama, whatever the hell I feel like talking about. Every Sunday, I do a podcast with my new co-host, No Catch Commentary. We talk about celebrity news, internet personalities, whatnot, because, you know, we have nothing else better to do with our goddamn lives. But yes, I don't really got much things planned. I'm usually a random streamer. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank y'all for having me.
Beautiful. And of course, the wonderful, great Comic Chat, aka Danny. Tell us what you got going on.
Thank you. Well, tomorrow night I plan on going to see Morbius. I may do a live reaction when I get done. I'm not certain, but I'll try and determine whether. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just about to ask the question. I'm like, who's going to see Morbius tomorrow? Because if you want, we could talk about it after.
I forgot. I'm seeing that trash. So
well,
you're going to see it tomorrow, Danny?
Yeah,
I got that 4 o'clock, the first show in here where I'm at. So I'm going to check it out. Digest it so I can bring it back and try and talk about it.
Pray for our eyes, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm sure
and our ears too.
I'm hearing it is really bad, so I hope
in our brains. Pray for us all as we go try to endure this film. Yeah. Right? Our eyes, our ears, you know, all of it.
I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the show. Anzo's show was really hot on the O.O.C. Good show. Enjoy the ladies' conversation. It's always interesting to see a different point of view. And Saturdays at 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame, you can catch us on Square One with me, Roberto, Chris, and Nzo. We talk NFL, NBA. Usually a good time. So thank you for inviting, bro. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, man.
And of course, the man here, this is his channel, but this is no longer his show, of course. But Nzo of Biggerford Entertainment, I guess we'll let you speak for a few minutes. Tell us what you got going on.
First off, I'm gonna have to pull my inner Will Smith and get some balls and say, no, this is still my fucking show.
Yes.
Yeah, so Biggerford Entertainment, guys. Thursday night, like I said, I'm gonna go see Morbius tomorrow. So if anybody's seen it, mine is at 7:30, so I should be back around 10:30 or so. So if one of you guys do a stream and talk about it, we could definitely do that. Much appreciated, everybody that came on the panel, and thank you for inviting me to my own show, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Okay, and you know, I'm gonna say one thing, Zil, stop it. Okay, if you pay attention, I've been saying that this movie is probably going to be trash. I'm not going to shield for trash, okay? Didn't like Venom 1, didn't like Venom 2, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like Morbius, and I really didn't love the first episode of Moon Knight. So stop it, dude. Chill, back up off of me, dude. I gave the first episode a 7 out of 10, dude. Back up off me. All the way up off me.
Venom Zone.
I have my reasons.
Right,
it's good.
Venom Zone.
But it's not like it's not. It don't live up to certain things. And I'll tell you.
Me too.
I don't like this Stephen Grant stuff. I don't like that every time we see a bloody body, right? It's a flash. You don't see. We don't get to see it, and it's just, I know it's like a cop out, and it's, you know, and I'm tired of it, and that's just how I feel about it.
There's a reason.
Yeah,
I get it, but it's gonna get old if I'm concerned that every time we have these bloody, deady bodies, it's always gonna be like, ooh, let me.
No.
We're gonna use this technique.
I know what you're concerned.
Because it's Stephen Grant. Because it's Stephen Grant, right? And so. I understand the thought process and I get it all, okay? But what I'm saying, my concern is if that now just becomes the excuse for you not to show me what happens.
That's just the first episode to show you. That's going to be for the first episode.
And from everything that I'm seeing, you know, it's the first episode is written by someone else. And tonally, there's a shift in 2 to 5. And who writes those episodes, and when you're leaning heavily on staff writers to write a show, That's concerning for me. So I'm gonna take it all one beat by a time. But you know, I mean, yeah, you showed me some good stuff. The acting performances were top notch. But
I think you're concerned they're gonna be better than WandaVision. That's what it is. So let's go ahead.
no.
So, hold on.
I'm just saying when I'm
Hold on,
looking at
Ashley.
it,
Stop,
it
hold
don't
on
live
for a
up to it.
second. Important thing. JJ's link is still linked. Yes, JJ will always be linked on my channel, John. Always. JJ was a big part of my channel. JJ was a good friend, and I will always have him on my channel. Sorry, bro. So I'm just saying. Not a cool comment. Not a cool comment.
Come on.
Not a cool comment.
That's not really cool. That's not.
I
And
just
we
said
will
you were
talk
harmless.
about.
I just said you were harmless.
We will talk about Moon Knight later, but I liked it. Yes.
John, I just said you were harmless. Why you do this to me? This is why you frustrate.
He just did it
again.
again.
And you're doing it again. I will have you blocked. Don't fuck around and mention JJ, please. Like, for real. Don't. He's a good friend, and he will always be on my channel until my channel is fucking dead and gone. JJ's name and links will always be on there. You know why? Because his channel is still up and people can go back and watch his fucking videos. That's why he's on there. All right? That is why JJ is on my channel, because his channel is still up and you can go back and watch his videos. And I want people to go back and watch his videos. So please don't talk about JJ, man. Continue.
Yeah.
Roberto, you're up.
Yes, please.
Not much to say.
Roberto. Roberto's just like, okay.
The vibe just went from, yeah. Thanks, John.
Yeah. You can find me here Wednesday night, co-host. Danny's show, if I ever make it. Because my partner is calling me out on the show, which I heard.
Oh, did you see the intro too?
Tongue lash, huh? Yeah, I saw the intro.
Okay.
Danny was all nice to, talk to me civil in his show, being all nice. I watch it, and it starts off with my partner ripping me.
I'm sorry. My bad.
It's all good. I'm not on here enough to defend myself.
The show is going to be at 6:00 this Saturday. I can't do it at 4:30.
I can do
6 o'clock is doable, very doable.
All right, that'll
work. I do have my little cricket crew out there showing some love. I always show love back. Thank you very much.
Block
to
him.
The panel,
guys,
always a pleasure.
Block him. John Delmore, block him. Done. No
you have
timeout.
No chill.
Block him.
In your body.
Block him.
No chill in your body, dude. You have no chill in your body.
Block
no
him.
chill.
You said something else?
Yeah.
He has no chill whatsoever, dude.
Yeah. He said. Anyways, I'm not gonna show it. You can read it. Block him. Done. I don't want him back here.
That's so rude.
K-Dot, you're next.
You blocking him next? Damn, what did K-Dot do?
You know what? K-Dot is a DC fan. He should get blocked.
Yeah, he's caused Nzo a lot of stress.
Oh,
facts.
So let me
Thanks, Paul.
Let me keep it real. Let me preach right quick. Shouts out to Ashley for just slowly becoming a DC fan. I love it. She's coming to the right side of the force. Go check out me and Eddie's stream we did today. We exposed Moon Knight episode 1 for being KKK propaganda. Freak you, Kevin Feige, for promoting a white hooded figure during Black History Month. You are trash, Kevin Feige. Racist.
Oh wow!
That's all I gotta say.
We back up off my man. Back up off my man. Back up off.
He promoted a white hooded figure during Black History Month. Kevin Feige is trash.
But
you can't even say that without laughing.
You know. So before we close up here, my boy,
say my tagline.
My boy Tim sent me something, so I'm gonna play this real quick. Okay, I saw this one. And then I got another one to play. And then because of this fucking guy, I still have JJ's intro on there. So I'm going to play that to end out the show. But first, let me go on with this one. Just a little try and get the mood back up, little jokes to end out the fucking show because this guy just like killed the vibes. So here we go. Let me start this one up. Ah, shit, no sound. Hold on. I hate the fucking internet. I really do. I hate the internet. And then we have this next one here. I don't think I've seen this one, so let's see what this is. Oh my god, Tim is a joker. But yeah, those are the memes that are going off around this shit. You guys will enjoy it. But like I said, we closing it up, and this is how we're gonna close it up. Because even though you banned, you probably still there watching. So enjoy the fucking intro.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, and if he has other accounts, ban those two guys. Peace.
Buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another random movie review. I'm your boy JJ, and I got all the normal moviegoers with me this evening.
Looking through my Bible, searching for a song to sing. Heard a beautiful man that passed away.
So JJ, welcome back, brother. Thank you for coming, man. Tell people about your channel.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy
Heaven's
JJ.
the only place that it needs to be. And I know that you never felt pain like you feel today. Please remember
JJ, aka Sith Lord, how are you doing?
How's everybody today? Great to be here. Thank you.
Doing great. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Open them up. The world don't deserve your love no more. The Lord doesn't open up heaven's doors for you. Come on, walk on through. Walk on through, yeah. He's so loving, true and kind. And Father, friend of mine. My friend. Traits like honey and keeping it real. They both were a part of Mr. Hill. Memories will keep her filled. Had a heart so genuine, so true. And he's smiling down on us now. Said he's smiling down on us now. Got your son weeks today. Yes, he is. Fly away. Heard you got your set of wings today. I know you got your set of wings. The world don't deserve your love no more.
Oh, Sith Lord.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
You open them up for you. Yes, he did.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Random Movie Review.
Dedicated to the love and memory of Mr. Michael Hill, the Hill family, and any other family that's lost somebody that they cherish and love. Mr. Hill used to always tell me, say, I'm proud of you, boy. He used to have that smile, that big Kool-Aid smile. A cool dude, man. We miss you. Already we miss you. Rest in peace.
Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. And thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
Open them up, fly away.
Trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.